Welcome to James Clemens High School football. We'll be back with the Jets pregame show right after this. Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing. North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately. Avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at Tzatziki'sCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special. And that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750. Come by the office at 508 South Jefferson Street or look for the link online at athensal.us.
If you'd like to download a copy of this game or hear it again on demand, go to pasnetwork.net. You can find this game and previous games under the Archives tab. You can also subscribe to the Play Action Sports podcast and listen to it on your favorite platform like iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify, or ask Alexa or Google to open the Play Action Sports podcast. Keeping you up to date on Athens and Limestone County sports, Play Action Sports.
We are live for another edition of James Clemens Football right here on PAS Plus. Good evening, everyone. It is homecoming week for your James Clemens Jets as we host the visiting Region 8 team in the Huntsville Panthers. I'm Kirk Pierce. Alongside me, the other members of the Tzatziki's touchdown team, coaches Johnny Johnson and Brad Kimbrough, and always our producer extraordinaire, Mr. Tim Lambert. Coaches, we've got a pretty good matchup tonight between these two teams, both of them coming off of big wins last week. We'll start with James Clemens. Coach Johnny, looking at the quarterback on the James Clemens side in Ty Marsh, had probably one of the best weeks in terms of passing last week that we've seen out of him. He was 14 of 19, threw for 315 yards, had 3 touchdowns. He also put one in there with his legs at the goal line. So can we expect more of the same from Ty tonight?
Well, I think so. I think that, he's maturing into this offense, right? You've got a few starts last year, really starting to figure out Coach Truitt's new offense, and finding those playmakers. When you got Doty and Cooper and those guys, the job is just get the ball in their hands and let them work. And he had a big week. I mean, I think the big challenge tonight is can we get the run game going? I think we're averaging under 100 yards a game rushing, only 82 last week against BJ. And you got a good running back in DJ Williams and even Cam Berry, but we've got to find some holes and get those guys loose in the open field.
So defensively, Coach Brad, James Clemens got 2 defensive players that have got some offers on the defensive line. We've talked about them both all 3 weeks that we've been together. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do tonight. What about you?
Yeah, you can't talk about our defense without talking about those 2 guys up front, Jalen Brown and Nate Jennings. I mean, they're really the anchors of the defense. You know what I mean? Those guys are big. They got big range. They're strong. They do a great job against the run game, and they've gotten after the quarterback in all 3 games that we've seen so far. But also got Jalen Ruffin, who's I think second on the team in tackles. I mean, he's been getting after that second level play, and then you can't really talk about the impact of our defense without a guy that we've talked about numerous times in Mark Woods, who leads the team in tackles, which is hard to do from the secondary, from the backfield of the defense. But the guy runs the alley super well. He attacks the football. The guy gets around and gets in passing lanes. So, I mean, he does everything as far as the defense goes. Our defense has been really solid overall in all 3 games, especially up front. We hope to see more of the same.
But on the flip side, you've got Huntsville. Now, they've got an experienced quarterback in Jax McClung. We've seen him. This will be the 3rd year in a row. But, Coach Johnny, he's lost some weapons on offense. Well, Coach Brad, sorry. I got to throw it to the right.
Yes, that's okay. I mean, you're going to see experienced quarterback play. I mean, the guy's gotten a lot of starts. He's played in a lot of games. But, definitely missing some personnel tonight. He's got a few out that are due to injury or sickness or what have you, and some offensive linemen. And then some receivers as well. So we'll see how that affects them. Obviously, it will up front as far as protection, and then the guys that he's trying to distribute the ball to. And then you look at last year's team, where they were successful getting the ball in the hands of playmakers. That running back's gone, as well as one of his primary receivers is gone to another school. So, they're going to have to try and throw the football against our defense. I mean, it's going to be hard for anybody to be successful running the football consistently against our front 7. Well, that's going to be tough.
And you talk about, you got to throw the football, but with 2 linemen out, are they going to have time with the guys we got rushing?
That's the tough part.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you look on their defensive side. I mean, we've got the weapons. When you talk about Cam Berry, you got Devin Cooper, you got DJ Williams, you got Ty Doty, you got Ty Marsh. You want me to keep going? I mean, because I can keep going. I got Little. I got Eggert. I mean, Fafori. I mean, come on. We've got the weapons offensively. What are their defense going to have to do to stop us?
Well, I think the big thing is we're a year older. We talked about this, and I keep saying it's like a broken record, but all these guys got experience last year when we were beat up and young guys had to get in the game, and it's paid off this year. We've been able to move the ball. The big thing is we go back to the running game. I love that Ty Marsh is getting the ball out of his hands quick. Last week he did a much better job of setting his feet and finding receivers and having a good foundation to throw off of instead of trying to throw on the run like he did the week before against Mountain Brook. But the run game, their defense is stout up front. In the box, that's the best part of their whole team probably is that group in the box. But they are missing a middle linebacker tonight. So who's going to fit and fill from that middle linebacker position, how he does that, can DJ find room to run, what do we do with that offensive line, is going to be a big story, not only for tonight but moving forward. Because, look, as good as Ty's thrown it and as much weapons we have, you can't be one-dimensional and win consistently at this level of football.
No.
And so we're going to have to get that run game going at some point, and tonight will be tough.
Yeah.
But if we can do it against the best part of their whole team, that 8 in the box or whatever, then we should be better moving forward.
Well, Coach Mark Fleetwood for Huntsville, he's quoted in the paper this past week saying, hey, we should have won the past 2 years. But, and it's come down to the wire, and James Clemens has been able to reel off the wins the past 2 years. Of course, last year we missed the playoffs, but Huntsville was able to sneak in on a tiebreaker, so we'll see what happens tonight. Also tonight, we want to make sure that you stick around throughout the game. We're going to have the North Alabama Gas District scoreboard, so we'll be updating you on scores from around the region. We've got some big games that are all on tap tonight. You got Athens visiting Muscle Shoals and a whole lot more, so we'll be keeping tabs on that one as well. And what we want to do is the band's starting to get ready to come out for homecoming week, so we want to take a quick break and then come back and probably try to pick up the band as we get ready for the national anthem. You're listening to James Clemens Football right here on Play Action Sports.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley. Greg Machin Photography is Madison's premier studio and is dedicated to making you look your best, offering everything from senior portraits to weddings. Greg Machin Photography provides the highest quality prints and services the industry has to offer. Call 461-0827 or visit them online at gregmachinphotography.com. Located at 8006 Old Madison Pike in Madison, Greg Machin Photography. Ready to show off your film IQ? Ready to show it off during James Clemens football? Maybe it sounds like trying to mix oil and water, but hey, we're just trying to have a little fun. Listen for our in-flight movie quote during James Clemens football coverage on PAS Plus. We'll slip in a line at some point during our play-by-play commentary, and if you can identify the movie that it's from, text the answer along with your name to 434-1PAS. That's 434-1727, and you could win a $10 credit from Honest Coffee Roasters in Madison. The in-flight movie quote from Honest Coffee Roasters and PAS Plus.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus. Kirk Pierce, Coach Johnny Johnson, Coach Brad Kimbrough, and our producer, Mr. Tim Lambert. It's homecoming week here for James Clemens, and we got a lot of crowd. We got a lot of people showing up in this crowd. It's looking really good for homecoming. Coaches, I know that y'all have been at the school all week long. Is this not your favorite week, Coach Brad?
Well,
I feel like that's a setup.
I set you up, man.
Yeah. I think homecoming is a great week for the kids. It's a great week for the community. It is a tough week for teachers. Can be tough week for teachers. It could be a very tough week for coaches, especially football. And then you mentioned it last week at the end of the broadcast, coming off of a big win against your cross-city rival. You got to fight the letdown anyway. Right, that's your biggest enemy going into this game is fighting the letdown coming off of a big win last week. And you add on top of that all the distractions that can come with homecoming, and that's tough. That's really tough.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and I think that the coaching staff talking to them this week, there was some of that early in the week. You know, practice was a little flat early, and so hopefully the second half of the week they got that together. And the coaching staff was obviously very aware of that. We all are as coaches, right? We know it's coming. And so I'm sure they handled that and got guys focused. And, there is no place like home. So having those guys here, coming to the ballpark, everybody that's off at college coming home trying to come to the game.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fun night. Somebody's going to be pronounced king and queen, right?
That's why we're all here, isn't it?
Hopefully we won't get a delay of game penalty coming out of halftime. Just a lot of worries for a coaching staff that you don't have on a typical night.
It's for a football staff, it is. It's the worst week possible.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you say all the right things, coaches say all the right things, and you do all the right things, and you make it fun for your kids and your community and your parents, and it's wonderful for the court. Look, I'm not knocking homecoming. Okay?
Sure, no.
I'm going to miss one of our broadcasts in a few weeks because my youngest daughter is on homecoming court, and I'm not going to miss that, right? So, I mean, we all do it. It's a great thing for everybody. It's a great thing for everybody. But it is a distraction because at the end of the day, you got to play a game.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's the thing. Coach McGee he's been preparing for this all week long. But these players at the end of the night, this is a Region 8 game. Both teams 1-0 in Region play. And this starts, last week started it. We got to keep it going, and that starts tonight right here on the gridiron against the visiting Huntsville Panthers. Make sure you go online to PASnetwork.net, enter your name for Timeout with Tzatziki's, and you can listen during the first timeout of each James Clemens game as we announce the winner of a $10 gift card from Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe just off of Highway 72 in Madison. And we are part of the Tzatziki's touchdown team, and we want to thank them for sponsoring us up here in the booth. And
Pre-game meal.
Pre-game meal, man.
Lamb burger.
Let me tell y'all, if you haven't had a lamb burger from Tzatziki's, it could become the go-to for the Pierce household.
I didn't even know it existed till tonight.
No.
Wow. Really good.
Tim, clutch to the producer.
For putting that order in.
Not only producer extraordinaire, pregame meal extraordinaire.
Man, he knows what he's doing.
He has come through big time.
Well, right now, James Clemens marching band's on the field as the colors, our nation's colors, are being taken out to the 50-yard line for the playing of our national anthem.
Sergeant Major McCrae, presenting the colors tonight, right guard Cadet Captain Reese Skillen. Commanding and carrying the American flag is Cadet Captain Philip Comer. Carrying the state flag is Cadet First Lieutenant Matthew Lipsky. And the left guard, Cadet Major Leighton Wader. Our national anthem is performed by the James Clemens Marching Band under the direction of Keith Anderson and Assistant Director Brian Sims.
That was the James Clemens Marching Band with the national anthem. I tell you guys, I go and look and listen to a lot of high school football, hear a lot of bands, and there are some great bands across this state, especially in North Alabama. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's one of the top bands right there.
Absolutely.
They do
Mr. Anderson does a great job, and his crew always prepared. They play clean music like the national anthem. You know, sometimes you hear the squeaks and all that stuff. He does a great job getting those kids prepared, and they put on a good show.
So the homecoming here tonight is be at halftime. We'll see what we can do about bringing you some of the halftime festivities out there on the field. Clay Coleman, our PA announcer over there that you heard him over the broadcast here at Madison City School Stadium, does a great job as well, keeping the crowd motivated. We sure did miss him last week.
Man, we did, didn't we? A lot of dead time with that official crew. And, you know, we missed Freak Daddy in the booth. Let me bring this up because we always fail to sneak this in like really late, right about the time of kickoff. We talked about offense for both teams. We talked about defense for both teams. But that third phase of the game, which has been a blessing and a curse both for us, the special teams game, right, the kicking game. You know, week one wasn't a big issue, right? Week two, it was our nemesis by far. You know, the block punt early in the game ended up costing us a score.
Safety, yeah.
Right.
And the short kick right after that.
Exactly. And then last week, you know, Ty takes one back, and we've had some big returns on the kicking game too. So, I mean, it's went both ways for us. We'd like to see some consistency or really just cut out those negative plays in the kicking game for us.
So our captains are out there getting ready to go for the coin toss. Your captains, number 13, Brody Stinson. Number 90, Nathan Jennings. You've got number 8, Luca Fafori. You like that? I did it.
That's clutch.
And number 10, Ty Marsh. Those are your captains for James Clemens for the homecoming. And I can see the bands out there. Man, I just tell you, the atmosphere here at James Clemens, it just gets you pumped.
It feels good.
It does.
Have you come around to these uniforms yet, Kurt?
You got the jet blue pants. You got the navy blue jerseys with the white numerals. You got the jet blue helmets, which,
it's looking good.
I got a love for the jet blue helmets.
And the navy socks, so it's jet blue, navy, jet blue, navy.
I mean,
like it.
We're two-toned all the way through, man. It looks good.
And I will say, with the band standing there with their jet blue tops, I mean, it's kind of cool shot right there.
It doesn't take me much convincing to get a little jet blue action.
Somebody get that. That's good. I want that picture.
We'll be tweeting out all night long. If you're not following us on Twitter, make sure you do that. You can tag us on Twitter.
Yeah, check our social media out.
Follow us on PAS Network on Twitter, Instagram, and X.
Oh, yeah.
And look for the PAS Network on Facebook. We'll keep you updated again on scores via Score Stream tonight and throughout the week.
So do we send out tweets still on the X, or do we send out an X?
I don't know what you call it.
I'd hate to send out an X. They may talk about you.
They do.
They're going to talk about me regardless.
As crowd is still filing in for this, we got about 20 seconds, left in this pregame here. Any last-minute thoughts, coaches, before we have kickoff?
Well, we talked about fighting the letdown, right?
Yep.
Eliminating the distractions from homecoming. Huntsville knows that they've got to get out here and they got to strike early. They got to strike fast. I mean, Cobra Kai way type thing.
Yeah.
But they've got to get on us early. If they don't, then that's a problem. But we've got to be able to defend that early, and we need to put some points on the board early in order to establish the running game like Coach Johnson was talking about.
Looks like James Clemens won the toss and deferred to the second half, so we'll be on defense first, so we'll get to see the big defense come out and try to see what they can do against Jax McClung, the quarterback for Huntsville.
By the way, we had some special guests there for the coin toss, right?
Yeah.
Those are the people who helped with the jet dedication ceremony last night. If you didn't know about that, I mean, of course, it's all over the news, and you can go on social media and check it out. But if you've not driven by the campus lately and seen that beautiful jet,
have you been by it, Kurt?
Not in the front, man. I go by the back. I'm going to have to drive by.
You got to go check it out, man.
The big circle roundabout in the front of the school. There is a full-size Navy jet on pillars. Painted in school colors.
I'm going over there.
It is a real. I mean, it was a decommissioned plane out of the Navy.
Yes.
It is awesome,
and that's awesome that you guys have. Since I've been doing this for the past several years, it has just continued to grow the community impact, and we talk about that each and every week on what you guys as coaches. You guys have great support from the fan base and the parents around here. And it just keeps getting better each and every year.
JC, it's the place to be.
JC. County line culture, baby. County line culture. Huntsville's about ready to bust through their paper banner. And the Huntsville is in all white, tops and bottoms. They got their maroon helmets with the blue face masks. As they decided to go out the same time.
I'm telling you, unison.
There we go. So James Clemens comes out in their homecoming uniforms. Jet blue pants, navy blue shirts, jerseys, if you will, with white numerals, and the always gorgeous jet blue helmets.
You know what would have been funny right there? We both go running flags and teams out at the same time. They still had their cheerleaders lined up down here in like the little runway.
Yeah.
If our kids with the flags would have just run right through their runway.
Shades of Cal Stanford.
So we're about ready for kickoff. We're going to see James Clemens defense on there first for that. But, you can always tune into the Play Action Sports Update 3 times each weekday for school, youth, and amateur sports news from the Limestone County area and 1080 AM WKAC. And we want to thank all of our sponsors for bringing tonight's broadcast to you and throughout the week and all the things that they do. We already mentioned Taziki's touchdown team. We want to thank Mellow Mushroom. We want to thank the North Alabama Gas District. We also want to thank a new one this year. You guys have mentioned it the past couple of weeks. And I was able to be a part of this last week. It's our defensive stop, sponsored by Woodard Decking and Fencing.
Go get a lot of those.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be saying that one a lot tonight, I hope. Kicking off for James Clemens, number 44, Anthony Ortiz. He is the junior kicker. He handles all the kicking duties, whether it's kickoffs, punts, or extra points / field goals. Back deep to receive for the Panthers is number 1, Raymond White Jr., and also number 17, Jack Carter.
75 degrees.
That's
kickoff time.
About 10 degrees away from football weather.
Man, we're really close.
We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. And we're off. High end-over-end kick. It's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback, so it'll be 1st and 10. Huntsville to start off tonight, and looking to see this Jet defense. We got to come up with a name for the Jets defense. I mean, I don't know what we can come up with, but we got to come up with something. We're creative, fellas, so definitely do that. Listen for the in-flight movie quote during our James Clemens coverage. We'll sneak in a movie quote at some point, and it was not Cobra Kai. At some point,
that's not a movie.
As part of our play-by-play commentary. If you know what the movie it's from, text your name and the answer to 256-434-1PAS. That's 256-434-1727, and you could win a $10 gift card. McClung's first pass is complete for a 10-yard gain and a first down. Pass completed to number 3, Garner Farrell.
Hey, look for them to do that a lot early on, especially with the rain starting to come down. I mean, you see it drizzling pretty good now in front of the lights. And you talked about the offensive line missing for them guys. They're going to try and get the ball out of his hands quickly.
So McClung's going to keep it himself. No, he's going to option it out to the running back coming out, and he's going to pick up about a yard before he steps out of bounds.
It's not often you see a quarterback run the option to his left and flip the ball with his right.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for Huntsville. Ball is spotted at the Huntsville 33-yard line. They need to get to the 41 for a first down. So McClung, shotgun. He's got 2 splits to both sides. Pumps fakes and just kind of underhands it because he had pressure in his face. Pass falls incomplete. 3rd and long for Huntsville.
Yeah, pressure coming that time from the linebacker position. And he did a good job of just trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, Hayes Harrison was in his face, and he was about to go down. But he was able to get rid of that for an incomplete pass. So 3rd and long for this defense. Let's see if we can get one of those defensive stops, sponsored by Woodard Decking and Fencing. McClung breaks the huddle. He's going to have 1 running back in the backfield to his right, 2 splits to the far side, 1 to the near. Fake the handoff, throws out quick hitch to the
he's
flat.
got blockers coming too.
He does have blockers. He's going to drive forward. Looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. So
be close, yeah.
3rd and long could convert. Depends on where the spot is. Looks like the official's going to get him. So 1st and 10, Huntsville. They moved it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a really good play call, especially in that down and distance. I mean, use our pass rush against us and throw the little screen out there and let those linemen get out there blocking for him.
One thing you're not seeing is the top receiver for Huntsville. That's number 4, Huck Hensley. He's not out there right now. I don't know if he's going to be in there at all. I think he might be one of the injured.
He's out. He's out, yeah.
So handoff up the middle to the running back. Number 22 is Jones, and he picks up a short carry of about a yard. So 2nd and 9 again.
You know who stuffed that up the middle,
Poe.
right? That's Big Poe.
Big Poe. When you call me Big Papa.
I love it when you call me Big Papa. Big Poe making plays.
You got to love that. I mean, that defensive line is large and in charge.
Man, are they.
So 2nd and long. Huntsville going to roll it out to the near side. McClung throws off his back foot.
Ooh.
Ball is complete to number 28.
I'm not sure how he caught that ball.
Yeah, it was low towards his feet, but he was able to get his arms underneath it.
We gave him a big cushion right there on that. That is that Dowdell, number 6, was running in a general area, but had a huge cushion.
And honestly, I think we were trying to pass those guys off, and our underneath defensive back kind of got held up.
Gotcha.
And then he's sitting back so far. He's probably still farther off than he should be, but, yeah, we're trying to pass him off, and he just got held up.
So 3rd and about 6 for Huntsville. They need to get to the James Clemens 48 for a first down. McClung to the near side hash mark. 2 splits to the near side. He's going to option it himself. He's still on his feet. Gets past one defender. Finally brought down in the secondary. Ball's on the ground. They're going to say he was down by contact. As they're going to spot him at the James Clemens 29. So huge run there by McClung on the read option.
Yeah, and I think Brody Stinson was the one making that play.
Well, he was able to get by. Of course, Stinson coming in from the free safety spot. That's not what you want defensively.
Which is funny. We talk about that every week because Mark Wood makes all these tackles because he feels so quickly. But you typically don't want that safety making a ton of plays on the run game. But Mark does a good job of support there.
Yes, he does. So 2 splits to the far side, 1 to the near. Now a man in motion. McClung looking to pass. Throws it into the flat. Caught at the 20. Makes one man miss. Finally drugged down at the James Clemens 14-yard line. So another first down.
And that's one place where we have seen us kind of stumble over the first few weeks is the pass defense. We've got some confusion in the defensive backfield, and we'd like to see that clean up a little bit. And right now they're finding holes in a hurry.
Yeah, they're finding and that goes to getting the ball out quick too.
So McClung is going to be in the pistol. He's going to have number 22 Jones behind him. Splits to each side. Going to drop back to pass, looking towards the end zone. Plenty of time. Now he's got some rush. He's going to sidearm it. Going to fall.
Play.
Yeah, just gets rid of the ball, brings up second down and 10.
I think he's going to take a grounding penalty right there.
Yeah, I think so
because
too.
He did not get outside of the tackle box for sure. We talked about experienced quarterback play. I mean, he was not impatient at all.
Not at all.
He stood there and waited and waited and waited and waited, and it wasn't until we gave him some pressure he did the smart thing and just got rid of the football.
He just didn't get outside the tackle box.
He just didn't get outside the tackle box.
But Jalen Ruffin was right there in his face for sure.
So with that penalty, that's going to replace it. There it is. So, so they had a legal man downfield.
Oh, was that the final call?
Yeah, that's the call. So
I guess it took so long when his guys got downfield.
And that's the hard thing. The longer you hold onto the ball, your linemen are doing an internal mental clock.
Oh, yeah, there's an internal
clock. And so there's a release there, and so that's what happens. So 2 splits to the far side. McClung's looking to pass again. Got a man in his face, throws to the end zone. Overthrows his intended receiver, brings up second down.
We brought Ruffin off the edge right there, and nobody touched him. And he didn't get to the quarterback, but he changed the throw, right? He was in his face. He went up, and the guy had to throw high. And because of that high release, it flew over everybody.
And he actually checked up at the line of scrimmage to read the back coming out of the backfield and then continued his rush. Had he not, he might have earholed the quarterback.
Yeah. You mentioned Ruffin in the pregame, and he continues to show his dominance from that side. McClung dropping back to pass, going to throw it out to the receiver coming out on a wheel route. He's going to make one cut, gets down past the 10, down into the 8-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. They need to get to the 4 for a first down, so that brings up third and about 4.
We did a good job right there of Dowdell turning that guy back into some help and closing that gap down and holding him to third down.
So McClung looks over to the sidelines, going to do a couple of substitutions, going to bring in number 9, Chase Cartron, yeah. Cartron.
6'6" wide receiver.
He is a tall guy.
He's a left-handed pitcher going to Troy. Really good on the mound.
I mean, look, obviously they're trying to take that height out there, right, and create mismatches. I mean, it's pretty obvious from us up here, and they're looking at him the whole way. That's what they do.
It to him. He gets the catch, dives to the 1. He's short of the goal line, picks up the first down, though. So it'll be first and goal for Huntsville from the 1, and they hit him. They hit the Cartron, and they were looking at him the whole time.
Well, he's first-year football player.
Yeah.
He's been a baseball-only guy, but, man, and he's the backup quarterback, but what a target to put in there in that situation. You got a shorter defensive back. He gets on the inside of him, and there's no way to get around it.
Different set here. They're going heavy all the way.
Yeah, they went I formation, strong right, and they get into the end zone to score first. They put the first points on the board as number 22, Jones Jr. gets in there. The first touchdown of the game.
They are not going to shy away in this contest. For years we dominated this with big scores. The last couple of years, like we alluded to early in the game, Coach Fleetwood felt like they should have won both those games, and they've been close games. And so they're coming into this age group of kid coming through has played a couple close ball games, and so they're not going to be intimidated just because they're on our turf.
Well, the extra point is good. That takes the score 7-0 with 7:44 left to play in the first quarter. You're listening to James Clemens High School football on PAS Plus.
Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Darryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus. Score 7-0. Huntsville takes it the length of the field. Well, actually 80 yards for the first touchdown of the game. Back deep to receive the kickoff, Doty and Cooper.
Oh, good kick.
And that is a great kick. Cooper's going to do the wise thing and just let that roll into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10. We'll see the offense for the first time tonight for James Clemens. It'll be 1st and 10. James Clemens from their own 20.
Right. All we got to do here is match that same level, right?
Yep.
I mean, the offense there for Huntsville did a great job of just matriculating the ball down the field. Just move it, punch it, keep moving the chains, and then eventually get in the end zone. We do the same thing right here.
It'll be interesting to see if we're going to challenge that box early. You know, we talked about their strength of their defenses in that front, and if we're going to challenge them early with some runs or if we're going to let Ty throw it right away.
So Marsh in the backfield, trips to the far side. He's got Williams Jr. in the backfield with him. To his right, Marsh takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Looking to pass, going to have to roll out to the far side.
Got a lot of room.
Plenty of green in front of him. He's going to pick up the first down and go out of bounds after he picks up 11 yards on the play. So good job there by Marsh, being smart. Didn't have anything downfield.
No, we've said several times in those first couple games, we'd like to see Ty do that more often. When he's got an opportunity to pick up some real positive yards with his feet, let's do it.
And he's not a guy that's going to run a ton, right?
No. Right.
But in that situation right there, why not?
Yeah,
Sure.
you got the first down. They're giving you that much space. Let's take it.
And going forward, he's not slow.
No, he's
just not that shifty, quick guy that's going to run a ton.
Well, we got spoilt the last few years, you know.
Well, we did have that guy named Gio Lopez.
Yes, we did. Marsh looking to throw. Going to throw it over to Doty. Over his head. Pass falls incomplete.
Hey, probably a fortunate thing that he threw that one over his head. If he leaves that one a little short, that could be a bad play for us.
So 2nd and 10, James Clemens from their own 32-yard line. 7:32 left to play in this opening quarter. As you're going to have Cooper and Doty, Cooper, Doty, and it looks like Little are going to be your wideouts. And Williams Jr. is going to stay in the backfield along with Marsh. And we're going with trips to the near side. Everybody's a little tight, though, for those trips. And now Williams is going to step up. Marsh going to fake the handoff, looking to throw. Plenty of time. Now he's got to get rid of it. It just throws it over towards Doty. Doty makes the catch. I thought he was
gets it.
Thought he was throwing it away.
I mean,
I'm not sure that he wasn't.
No, I think Ty knew he was coming across the defense right there and floated it to an open area.
He did float it to an open area.
He just floated to an open area and let his receiver go get it. I mean, just an outstanding job on a little bit of a scramble there where things didn't work out. He's looking for the guy down the middle. Cooper was going down the middle of the field, and that's who he was looking for. But there's a wide open space. Yeah. And he just floated it up and said, Ty, go get it.
There was nobody else between the numbers and the sideline that could have gotten to that ball but Doty, and he went and got the ball.
So Cooper and Doty split to the near side. Going to have Williams. Williams going to have his first handoff of the night. Makes one man miss, but he's going to be tackled for a loss of about 2. So loss of 2 yards on the play, 2nd and 12.
It seemed like there was 17 guys in the backfield right there.
Yeah.
They were coming with extra pressure, but you're exactly right. I mean, white jerseys filled every gap and more.
So Williams loses yards on that, brings up 2nd and 11. That's where they're spotting it. Now the whistles are blowing it dead. Looks like we got an injured man on the field for Huntsville. So that'll be our first timeout of the evening, even though it is an official timeout, which is time for Timeout with Tzatziki's.
We know what that means.
You can go online to PASnetwork.net, enter your name for Timeout with Tzatziki's, and listen during the first timeout of each James Clemens game as we announce the winner of a $10 gift card from Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe just off of Highway 72 in Madison. And our winner tonight for Timeout with Tzatziki's, Caitlin Oliver.
All right, Caitlin.
Caitlin, congratulations. You are the winner of Timeout with Tzatziki's, and you get a $10 gift card to Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe right off of Highway 72 in Madison.
Caitlin, listen. Lamb burger, chicken roll-ups. You can't go wrong.
We've been sampling several things the last few weeks, and, you really can't miss.
So Marsh, shotgun, drops back to pass. Pass is thrown up there for Doty. Doty
interference.
Trying to run in front of a guy.
Oh, wow.
They're going to let that one play, so no call on that.
Oh, I'm shocked at that one.
Now he had good position as a defensive back, but he just pulled the brakes and basically backed up in the tie so he couldn't get to the ball.
He did. I mean, he had great position on Ty, but you want both guys to continue playing for the ball, right? And you called it well. He did. He just kind of checked up, and it's almost like blocking him out.
So 3rd and 11 for James Clemens as they huddle up. So knowing dialing up the pass play here in your own territory, 44-yard line for James Clemens.
Yeah,
gets them to jump.
Off. Yep.
What a great design right there.
Yeah. You know, we did something similar last week where we would shift the center, line up with the guard over center.
Let's see what they call here. Okay, they are going to call offsides.
So let's walk them through this. They all go to the line and line up in a run formation tight.
Yes.
None of the linemen put their hand down except the center on the ball.
No, and the quarterback does not go under. His hands are on top.
And doesn't go under. The quarterback yells something. They all stand up except for the center, and the whole defense comes offside with them.
So after that penalty, brings up 3rd and 6 for James Clemens. Ball is at the 49-yard line on their side. Marsh has got 2 splits to the near side. Little and Cooper. Doty comes in motion. And now the officials call a time. Oh, actually, James Clemens went ahead. Coach McGee didn't like. No, he didn't like that at all. So with that timeout, we'll take a quick one. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on Play PAS Plus. I'll get it right. 3rd down as Marsh is in shotgun. He's got Williams next to him. Trips to the near side. Going to fake the handoff, throw it over to Doty on a screen. Doty makes one man miss, still on his feet.
Moving.
He's going to the outside. He's going to the house.
Outrun him.
20, 15, 10. Touchdown, James Clemens.
We ran, if I'm not mistaken, we ran that same play last week, that little inside screen, and we did such a good job last week and this week sealing that lane off for him to cut back up the middle and then get released to the outside where he can outrun everybody. What a great job of blocking and design on that play.
No, they did a great job. Offensive line did a great job of jailbreaking out there and giving him a lane to cut back into. Of course, now Doty's got to catch it and make the first guy miss.
Which he did.
And he did that. And he did a great job of just outrunning the one guy that could make the tackle.
Ortiz lines up for the extra point. Here's the snap. It's a high one. He gets it up. It's going to make it through, and we're knotted up. 6:41 left to play in the first quarter. James Clemens 7. The Panthers of Huntsville 7. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at TzatzikisCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
PAS Plus. I'm going to get it, guys. I'm going to get it. It's right in front of me. All I got to do is read it. Doty with a 51-yard touchdown reception on the screen pass for Marsh and knots us up right here at 7 apiece. So Ortiz going to kick off again for the second time this quarter.
Well, how nice is it as a quarterback to have athletes like that?
Absolutely.
Where you can pop a little 3 or 4 yard screen, and next thing you know, it's a 50-yard touchdown. You know,
and I don't know how fast Doty is.
I was about to ask that question.
But let's call him next man speed, right? Because he's shown it time and time again where he's just faster than the next guy that's in pursuit. You know, I mean, whether it be punt return, kickoff return, or pass reception.
Well, I mean, and the other thing that he does really well is kick it into another gear. So that one's going to be fielded at about the 10-yard line on a line drive kick to number 17, Carter. And he returns it out to the 20, so could have let that one roll and still got the same result and had less hits against him.
Yeah, he regretted that pretty quickly. when he figured out he had nowhere to go in coverage.
Luckily, he ducked just in time before Dowdell took his head off.
He about took a shot, didn't he?
So in the first drive Huntsville had, we were able to get some pressure on McClung, but he was also able to get rid of the ball quickly. So you got to believe Coach McGee and defensive coordinators and coaches are out there trying to make adjustments right here for this second series.
Well, they're going to have to get it out quick because you got those defensive ends coming at you, and then Jalen Ruffin on top of that.
Yeah. So going to hand it off to the running back, and he's just going to be wrapped up and slung down. Let y'all make the call.
Jalen. Bambi. What do you want to call him?
That's a guy that got some attention from
LSU.
I talked to Coach before the game, and he talked about now that they're getting better film or more film on him because he hadn't played a lot of football, they're all going, why is he not a 5-star?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's great.
They've got 5-stars out there that are not as good as he is. And,
big motor.
But he's grown into that body late. We've talked about it.
Big reach, still figuring out the position.
2nd and 11 for Huntsville from their own 19. Going to hand it off again up the middle. He's going to get maybe 1-2 yards. They're going to say 3, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 8 for Huntsville.
Jack Crider right there playing that linebacker position. They switch those guys out a bunch and keep them fresh, and he did a good job right there of cutting there at an angle and getting him for a short gain.
You know, we talk about Ruffin, we talked about Davis after the first week, but Crider as well. I mean, all those guys, like you said, rotating in and out. I mean, just doing a good job of just strong linebacker play. And, of course, our defensive front takes a lot of pressure off those guys and allows them to run and make plays.
Yep. So McClung, shotgun, split to both sides, throws it out there to his receiver, and the receiver, little miscommunication there because McClung looked like he was throwing on a curl route, and the receiver was going on a post.
Well, and that's pressure coming too, and that's big, long arms in his face, and he knows he's got to get that ball out quick.
Well, and they were looking at each other. They're still discussing it over on the sideline.
So 4th down, Huntsville's going to punt. Back deep to receive, standing at about the 41, his own 41 is Ty Doty.
And he's been electric at times.
Are you feeling it this week,
I
Kurt?
feel it. Nope, not on this one.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Oh, that's a nice spot. He's gonna down it at the 45.
Kind of fell down trying to catch it. The ball just died. He thought it was going to carry a little further, and he had to fall forward to catch it.
So James Clemens 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Great field position for the second drive.
Yeah, it is. And, so far, our identity on offense has been 3 big plays.
Yeah.
From 3 big players that we've talked about over and over and over. It'd be nice if we can start putting some consistent drives together and, like Coach said, just really establish our running game tonight.
I'd like to see Eggert get a little bit more involved from the tight end spot, just to be honest. I really would. I'm a big fan of utilizing your tight end. As Cooper comes in motion, you guys are going to make fun of me on that, but I'm a tight end guy.
No, not at all.
Are you a tight end guy?
Fakes the handoff, pitches it out to Cooper. Cooper makes another man miss, picks up 9 yards on the play.
Lost his helmet.
Helmet comes off. So Cooper with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, let's go back to Eggert. That's one of the things with a guy like that he's so different than our other guys, right? Like you've got Doty, you've got Coop. They're not big guys, but they are electric. Guys. They're quick. They start and stop and get to full speed quickly. Eggert gives us something that they don't have, which is 6'6".
Yeah.
And some athleticism. And so he gives you a totally different look.
So Cooper's helmet came off. He's got to sit out one play. We're going to go trips to the near side. In there substituting for Cooper is number 80. That is Miles Taylor. So we're going to give the handoff to Williams. Williams going to try to make her turn around to the outside. Pushes out of bounds.
I think he's got the first. He took the first down marker down.
He did take the first down. So we'll see where they spot it. Waiting on them to move the chain sign. First down, James Clemens. So Williams with a good run there to get outside and get that first down.
Yeah, that's all you needed right there, right? Just a good, hard 1-yard run. Let's go get the chains moving.
All right, here we go. Ty Marsh looking over to the sidelines. Williams in the backfield with him. You're going to have Little and Cooper split to the near side.
How quickly do we take a shot from this point?
I think you got to. Well, Doty's not out there, so now the whistles are blown.
Guys, I disagree. And
delay a game against James Clemens.
You disagree about taking a shot?
Yeah, I disagree, and for this reason. We've not done a great job of giving our defensive guys rest.
True.
In the first half of games. And so if we can establish a couple drives, if we can just eat up some clock and keep our defensive guys over on the sideline, I mean, let those guys go play hard for 3 or 4 plays, 5 plays, and then get off the field, they're going to stay getting after it, right? So if our offense can establish some drives, eat up some clock, and let that defensive unit rest, and then we can take all the shots we want in the second half.
Oh, and
especially if you're holding a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, I'm with
That's ideal. I agree. I just know we have been taking some skinny post shots down the middle and stuff like that from about this distance.
Marsh, shotgun, 2 splits to the near side. Going to throw it over, just off the hands of the intended receiver, number 17, Dylan Laughlin.
He slipped and fell on the break.
He fell in his break, and then he tried to come back out of it still, and almost did.
Yeah.
So because of the delay of game penalty, we had 5-yard loss, so it's 2nd and 15 from the 50-yard line.
And he had some. If he doesn't slip, there's some room to run on the outside right there if he catches that. Because it looked like the pass was going to hit him in stride, which we've seen more from Ty.
When he sets his feet, right? Mm-hmm. When he sets his feet and he's confident throwing the football, he does a great job of that.
So Marsh looks over to the sidelines. He's got trips to the near side. That is Cooper, Little, and Laughlin. Going to hand it off to Williams. Williams, burst of speed to hit that hole, makes a spin move. Tackled short of the 35-yard line of Huntsville. He was spinning like a fidget spinner out there on the gridiron. Come on.
He hit that crease so hard. And just a burst through that little crease right there. And then kept churning after contact. Runs through a couple arm tackles, drags a guy another yard or 2 there at the end.
It's one of the bigger runs we've seen from him in the last week or so. And so we need him to get going like that.
So 3rd and 1 from the Huntsville 36-yard line.
There we are.
As their I formation. Got him to jump again.
And so, look,
got him to do the exact same thing.
I'll show you what we're doing. We're lining up, I think, where the guard is over the football, right? So it looks like we're in an unbalanced line, and we hurry up there. And I'm not sure if the quarterback's getting behind the center or if the quarterback's getting behind the guard. But then when we shift, we're shifting to where we should be so that we can run a play. But if we draw them off, we draw them off.
I think the center's already in the right place. We're just unbalanced to one side or the other because the center never moves. We go around his butt to get into that.
We're going around him?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for Tim to invest in one of these radio teletrons where you can see what Coach Kimber just drew
up on our paper.
Yeah. Ty Marsh drops back to pass, throws it over. And picked off. Picked off. Pass intended for Williams coming out of the backfield. And number 1, White, just steps right in front of him and makes the interception.
He read that the entire way. He's looking at the quarterback, and Ty knew where he was going with the football. I mean, he did telegraph it a little bit, but one did a great job. He played that exactly like you want a corner to play it. Sit back, read the quarterback, and then finish the route for the receiver. And he stuck it right there and went and took the football.
Well, and the other thing, too, is that the throw was a little up.
Yeah.
And with DJ being a shorter receiver there, or he's a running back, but as a receiver, if that ball's down, I don't think he can come in and get to it. He went
not as
over
easily,
the top
for
as
sure.
DJ.
Yeah.
That throw need to be down around his waist.
Or throw it to the outside shoulder.
Yeah, there you go, towards the sideline.
Yeah, and make him make an adjustment. McClung throws it over the middle. Pass is caught. But number 17, still on his feet, gets down to about the 48-yard line of Huntsville before he's brought down.
Good job by Brody Stinson right there bringing him down.
Did you see the hit the quarterback took? DJ Davis was coming on the blitz right there, and he just missed getting there on time, and he went right through the quarterback.
And that's okay. Hey, if we're putting hits on the guy, that's exactly right. If we're putting a little pressure on him, if we're getting a few knockdowns, that's a good thing for the guys in blue.
So McClung's going to fake the handoff. Another quick throw out to number 17. Picked off by number 21. That is Erskine. Erskine's going to return it into Huntsville territory. Goes out of bounds. So back-to-back turnovers. James Clemens, and then Huntsville just returns the favor.
One of those tough breaks for an offense, right? He put a good ball on his receiver. It hits him right in the hands, kind of bounces off of his chest protector or shoulder pads, and when it bounced up in the air, we just take it away.
Mason Rose.
That's what I was going to say.
28,
correction.
Not 21.
Yeah,
that's his
28.
second of the year, right?
And I think the other one may have been a deflection as well.
I think so, right down here on this sideline.
Right.
So good job by Mason for getting in there and getting that interception on that deflection.
So nothing hurt by the turnovers.
And we're actually right back to where we were.
Yeah.
So he returned that interception to the Huntsville 32-yard line. So 1st and 10, James Clemens, as we've got 2 receivers to the near side, Doty and Cooper. You got Williams in the backfield, pistol formation.
New life for us here.
Here we go. Marsh takes the snap, hands it off to Williams. Williams trying to find a crease on the far side, spins out of one tackle, brought down for about 2 or 3 yards, so brings up second down for James Clemens.
Going back to the whole pulling them off sides with the movement by our offensive line, the beauty of what Coach Truitt is doing, we've done it 2 different ways now. The first time we came up to the line and did it, we just stood straight up and didn't move left or right. That last time we did the whole shift deal you drew up. Yeah. So he's finding different ways to make third and longs, third and shorts, or third and manageable, right?
So second down, James Clemens, 2:26 and counting, left to play in this opening quarter. Score knotted up at 7 apiece. Williams going to take the handoff up the middle, picks up some more yardage. Looked like he got 3 on that carry, so it's going to be third down for James Clemens with about, I don't know, man, looks like 6 yards to go.
Yeah, maybe even 7.
Yeah, look at Clay's. Clay heard you. So 3rd and 7, got a man down on the field for Huntsville, kind of holding his knee there.
Telepathic
okay.
for this wall.
So let me tell you, I've already mentioned it before, but I want to remind you, if you're listening live, you want to listen for the in-flight movie quote during our James Clemens coverage each and every week. What we'll do is sneak in a movie quote at some point as part of our play-by-play commentary. And if you know what the movie is, all you got to do is text the name of the movie, text your name, and the answer to 256-434-1PAS. And you could win a $10 credit to Honest Coffee Roasters over in Madison. That's 256-434-1727. Text that answer in, and guys, it is homecoming week. And
well, there's no place like home.
There you go. I mean, the field is a beautiful color of emerald.
Yeah, that's right.
256-434-1PAS1727. Just text that in if you know the answer to our in-flight movie quote whenever it comes out. Just kidding. If you were listening, you know that. And you can check it out always.
We so gave it away.
But now
tonight.
you got to be listening because we sneak those things in like crazy.
We do.
All right. That is it. Coach Johnson and I speak in movie lyrics or movie quotes, just in our daily conversation.
The good thing is we have a sponsor for something like that. The bad thing is we're liable to do this 15 quotes before the night's over. We're not careful.
Yes. So if you think you nailed it and we tell you sorry, it's the other one.
We've already done one. It's whatever the first one is.
All right. I formation. Marsh going to hand it off to Williams again. Williams makes a cut, still keeps his legs churning, picks up maybe a yard on that. It's going to bring up 4th down for James Clemens. It looks like 4th and 6.
You know, that deep handoff, you and I have talked about it before, Coach, that pistol look, just that deep exchange between the quarterback and tailback. You know, it's a long way for that tailback to have to travel.
And you see that a lot in high levels of football. When you get into college and pro ball, you see a lot of that, and it gives that running back time to see it. But if your up front's not doing what they need to be doing,
yes, that was going to be my point. The difference is at that high level of football, you got 5 high-level offensive linemen, you know.
Yeah. No knock on our offensive line?
I'm not.
So Doty and Cooper split to the near side. Marsh looking to throw. He's got plenty of time. Now he's got to cut. Now he's got to make somebody miss. Throws it over the middle. Pass is caught. Number 18, and I'll let y'all do the honors.
What a throw and catch.
Little with the catch for the first down.
Right there, man. So this is one of the few times, we've talked about him getting his feet set and doing all those things. He threw that one on his run across his body going to his right. Little's going back towards the middle of the field on the left. A little bit of a dangerous throw.
But it wasn't a long throw.
It wasn't a long one.
It's a dart throw.
It was a dart, and they didn't have time, somebody to come and react to it. And he hit him right in stride with a defender on his back.
Well, you're right. The difference is Little's got his body shielding the defender from the football.
And made a great catch.
And he wrapped that ball up. He did a great job. He may not have had a choice the way Ty darted that thing in there.
So 1st and 10, James Clemens from the Huntsville 17-yard line. Looks like we got movement.
Well, now we had to take a timeout because we're at 0 again on the play clock.
Yeah, we are. So that's our second timeout.
Oh, that's
second
3.
Second charge timeout. Yep. So second charge timeout for James Clemens. And we got score updates brought to you by our North Alabama Gas District scoreboard. So take a look at this.
Man,
in the first quarter, well, my dream's not coming true, guys. Muscle Shoals up 17-0 on Athens in the first quarter. Lawrence County 21, Ardmore 7. Mars Hill 14, Clements 0, and those are in the first quarter. Brewers 7, East Limestone 0, West Limestone 7, Brooks 6. In Lauderdale County, 14, Elkmont, nothing. That was your North Alabama Gas District scoreboard serving Madison, Muscle Shoals, and Town Creek. Always call 811 before you dig. We'll see Muscle Shoals here in a couple of weeks against our own James Clemens Jets.
Can't wait.
So, had a dream last night. I told y'all Athens was going to come out, beat Muscle Shoals 35-0. It was a dream.
Maybe got the teams backwards.
I might have. I don't know. All right, so 1st and 10 from the Huntsville 17. Cooper in motion. Over here to the near side. Trips now. Marsh looking to throw.
He's got him.
Sets his feet. Throws it up in the end zone for Cooper. Overthrows. Just overthrows Cooper in the end zone. He was by himself. He just couldn't make that connection.
Man, I saw his first initial move, and coming out of that break, I thought there's nobody going to be there in the middle of the end zone for him, and it just put too much air on that ball.
Just a little too much, so that brings up second and 10.
It's too high. Too high.
So Marsh comes out.
What do you mean too high?
Doty, Williams.
You mean too far?
Who cares? It's gone.
So
It's not the quote.
Doty is now in the quarterback position for James Clemens. Haven't seen this one. Williams to his left. Doty takes the snap. Wildcat trying to get to the outside. Cuts it back across the field. Wow, all that happened really fast. Picks up maybe a yard on the play.
Well, to give Huntsville credit, I mean, they've seen us when we go Wildcat. They know that we're trying to utilize what speed we have to reach the edge. Instead of doing like a jet sweep or something, just try and overwhelm them with numbers to that side and use our speed. That time they just strung it out as long as they could and forced him back to the inside where he's got some help in pursuit.
So 3rd and 10, James Clemens from the Huntsville 17-yard line.
So here we are. We still don't have
seconds.
a play in, and we're at under 10 seconds.
So we're going to have to burn another timeout. Either that coaches are looking for a reset on the clock.
Yeah, Coach McGee is not happy with something asking questions about the clock.
So waiting to see what happens here. Are they going to charge us with a timeout?
Yep.
Now they're going to run and say that's the end of the first quarter. So, all right, we played one.
Yeah.
How about that? All knotted up at 7 apiece. You're listening to James Clemens High School Football on PAS+.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Attention all you James Clemens football fans out there. Play Action Sports and Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe are teaming up to bring you Time Out with Taziki's. Listen to James Clemens football from Play Action Sports, and during the first time out of every game, we'll announce the winner of a $10 gift certificate from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe in Madison. Just go to PASnetwork.net, enter your name, and you may be our next winner. Time Out with Taziki's from Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe and Play Action Sports.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on PAS+. Kirk Pierce, Coach Johnny Johnson, Coach Brad Kimbrough, Tim Lambert, our producer. As we get ready to start the second quarter, all knotted up at 7 apiece. Going through some clock action right now. Make sure you stick around for halftime as we're going to be interviewing the James Clemens cross-country head coach, Drew Bell. Looking forward to that conversation. I remember talking to him last year. We'll see what kind of cross-country team he's got this year. 3rd and 10, James Clemens from the Huntsville 17-yard line. Sure would be nice to put a touchdown or at least get out of here with some points on this one.
Yeah, especially you're that close down on that end, right? We want to got a chance to get a first down still. So big 3rd down here and at least get some more yards and set up a short field goal.
Right. Still some clock issues as that clock keeps resetting on its own. So now it's ticking down from 15.
Well, we know who operated the clock last week.
I just want to thank y'all for the message that was right here on the wood when I came up here tonight.
We missed you that first week.
From the first game, I wasn't able to be here. So
this is your first night back in the box. box.
It is. It really is.
Last week we were on the visitor side.
The booth.
Because we were busy beating that other school, but from the visiting side. But this week we're back in the box with Kirk.
It says, Kirk, where are you?
Where you belong.
I am home.
No place like home, is
No
there?
place like home. Here we go. Third and 10. James Clemens puts Williams in motion. Fakes the handoff on the jet sweep. Ty Marsh looking to the end zone.
Not there.
Plenty of time. Throws it off his back foot.
No.
It's going to be short. Pass intended for Fafori. And brings up
that's
fourth.
not Fafori. That would be Eggert.
Oh, that's Eggert.
He wanted him to go there.
So
Would have liked to seen him come back and come to that ball,
that is
right?
Eggert. Yep.
I mean, we threw it kind of off our back foot across the field. It had a wide open space.
Yeah.
If he takes about 2 steps back to the quarterback, we make that catch and may get to turn it up into the end zone. Unfortunately, he just kind of stood there. And
Well, if nothing else, you got a chance to move the chains by coming back to the football right there.
yeah.
So there was a holding call on that play. So that moves James Clemens back even further. But we're going to go for... I'm not...
Looks like we got the kicking unit on.
Well, I'm confused. They were backing it up, I thought.
I thought so, too. Oh, it was declined. That's what it was.
Oh, because it would have been
declined
third down again.
Third down again. Yep. So the penalty was declined. So Ortiz comes out to kick the field goal. It's going to be let's see.
About 34
yarder. That's right.
And it's looking
He put it
good.
right
There
through
we
the
go, right
uprights.
through.
So
That's about as smooth as you can do it from snap, hold, and kick. It all looked pretty good right there.
So Ortiz with the field goal to take the lead. Your score, James Clemens 10, Huntsville 7. You're listening to James Clemens Football right here on PAS Plus.
Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on Play Action PAS Plus. I don't know. I'll get it. You might have to. You might have to.
Let me do it.
Well, I don't know if you know this. He's got some play-by-play experience.
He does. I heard.
Just a touch.
Just a touch.
He's turned his hat around backwards.
I mean,
Follow Beto.
I don't
Oh, wait a minute.
proclaim
No,
to
we
be.
determined that was from over the top.
I don't proclaim to be any anchor man, but
Cannonball. Here we go. Ortiz kicking off from the 40. Nice end-over-end kick. It's going to go to the end zone for another touchback. And,
he's getting better week by week.
he really has. Yeah,
Got him a little experience.
It's a confidence thing, man.
Absolutely.
You know listen, kickers. You know, it's kind of like pitching. It can be the loneliest place in the world. All the eyes are on you. Everybody knows when you don't perform. You don't get a lot of credit when you do perform.
That's right.
And that's a tough place to be. Kudos to him.
Kudos.
Tip of the cap.
And we've had some really good kickers come through James Clemens, over the course of the past few
some
years.
big legs for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And so Ortiz stepping in and making that happen. So 1st and 10, Huntsville from their own 20 as Jax McClung, the quarterback.
You know what Robert Plant said about them big legs?
She's got legs.
No,
That's
that was
ZZ Top.
Oh, yeah.
So McClung's going to hand it off to Washington. Washington's going to try to stay on his feet, rumbling, stumbling, if you will.
Man,
falls forward.
He just barely got out of the grasp of Big Poe.
I said Washington,
Big
that's
Poe.
Jones Jr. Sorry about that. I just made that name up completely.
It's all right.
There's no Washington out there.
I mean, nobody's fact-checking us, I don't think.
Well, you never know. So second and 6 after the 4-yard run there by Jones Jr.
I mean, by all means, go for it. If you want to combat me on Twitter.
2 splits to the far side, 1 to the near side from McClung. Puts a man in motion. That's Jones. Quick pass.
Quick movement. Quick movement.
Too much movement there. It's going to move them back. So false start there.
Back up the Panthers.
Hey, we've added a state listening.
Oh, we
That's
got a
awesome.
new state. What are we up to? 8 now?
We got, give a shout out. Ty Marsh's uncle Brad Phillips is listening from Indianapolis.
There you go, Indiana.
He's a pitching coach at South Al, but he is in Indianapolis, so that counts. We're
Well,
counting it, Brad.
Are we up
You're
to
in
8?
Indianapolis.
I think we're up to 8 states now.
Indiana.
You know, I appreciate Indiana for them not participating in daylight savings time.
If nothing else. All right, 2nd and 11 for McClung. Quick snap. He's got to get rid of it. Throws it off his back foot. Pass is caught by number 21. for the first down, so picks up 12 yards on that reception. Number 21,
good throw,
Caldwell. Yeah, that shows you the experience of that quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen him for 3 years now, and he's just consistently gotten better.
What I'm impressed most by is you can actually see him going through his reads.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, not there, and then take his best option.
So handoff to Jones, brought down for about a yard pickup. So it brings up 2nd and 9 for the Panthers.
And that right there, we're talking about Poe taking up space in the middle.
Big Papa?
He took Big Papa took 2 away right there, and Hayes Harrison didn't make the tackle, but he had the initial contact right behind the line of scrimmage.
Right, kind of pushed him into the tackle.
And slowed him down until the tackle could be made, and a lot of that was because Poe opened that up and Hayes was filling.
Big Papa Poe.
So 2nd and 9 for Huntsville from their own 34-yard line. McClung. Looks like we're going to have... Looking for some laundry.
It's on the far side.
Okay.
I think the receivers are actually taking off in a hurry.
Mark Woods is confident about it.
Yes.
Giving the old,
giving them back, moving them back.
Up, Terry.
So another false start there by Huntsville. So we're at 10 minutes straight up in the second quarter. Tim pointed out that they have not changed the quarter on the scoreboard, so it still shows first, but I promise you, we are in the second quarter. Score 10-7, James Clemens on top. McClung looking to throw. Quick throw over to number 21. Falls incomplete. Pass intended for Caldwell. Well defended there.
Yeah, it's a good job by Rose that time. Didn't do anything special. Just kind of met him at the same time the ball gets there. Which it was a high throw. It was going to be a tough catch anyway.
I'd like to make a challenge to our listening audience. Shoot us a tweet. Tag us on it.
Heck yeah.
PAS Plus, and just tag us. And won't you help us come up with a name for this defense that James Clemens has? Because
what are some of the great nicknames for defenses over
New
the
York
Purple
Sack
People
Exchange.
Eaters?
Well, I got to go with my favorite. Right? The UNA had the Purple Swarm.
Yeah, they did. McClung's got to get rid of it, and he
Great
does.
Turnaround screen.
Passes it out to Jones. Jones is finally going to be brought down. Going to be short of the first down.
About a yard short.
Maybe a yard.
Yeah, that was a really good play concept right there. The little spin around screen, right? You kind of draw attention away and then throw it back, and they've got it set up really well. If it's not for 6, is it Dowdell?
Dowdell, yeah.
Yeah, Dowdell.
If it's not for him being the unblocked man, that play goes for another 40 yards maybe downfield.
So this is a huge down right here for the James Clemens Jets defense at 4th and 1. From the Huntsville 42-yard line. Huntsville needs to get 1 yard for the first down.
The Doomsday
and they are going to
defense.
take their first time out.
The Cowboys.
Monsters of the Midway.
Monsters of the Midway.
Dallas Cowboys are like the 70s, the Doomsday defense.
I love the Cowboys.
Now you can go to your Amazon Echo device and say, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear our coverage of James Clemens football in crystal clear quality all season long.
Crystal clear.
What about the Bullies of Baltimore?
The steel curtain.
Steel curtain.
I can't believe as a Cowboys fan I said that out loud.
Tim's wanting to drop one in.
Purple
People
People
Eaters. I said New York Sack Exchange. But
Yeah.
y'all didn't give me anything on that.
Well,
We were throwing a lot out right
Yeah,
there,
you
Kirk.
were. I'm sorry. But
So, I actually said Purple People Eaters, but he didn't hear that.
He didn't. Okay. So if you've got a name for this defense, help us name it, and you can follow us at PAS Network on Twitter, and then you just tag Coach Brad, Coach Johnny, tag me.
Michael Bobbitt just hit us up on
Michael Bobbitt?
Twitter.
The
and
Michael
I
Bobbitt?
don't know if he's listening, but if he is, Coach Johnson and I both say hello, Coach.
Hello, Coach.
Hello, Coach.
Haven't seen Coach Bobbitt in a while.
The fact that we've both spent time with Coach Bobbitt at 2 different stops. Not the same time.
Was my offensive line coach.
We were at Fort Payne High School together.
Great guy, by the way.
So coming out of the timeout, it's 4th and 1 for Huntsville. Ball spotted at their own 42-yard line. Got to get to the 43 for the first down. So here is an opportunity for a defensive stop. McClung going to hand it off to Jones. Jones is going to get that first down and bust through, and he is going to score. It's going to be close.
What a great effort by Dowdell. He's not going to get him, but he made us think about it for a minute.
I'll tell you what, that's hard to figure out exactly what happened right there. Watching, we're almost dead in line with the line of scrimmage, right? And we see Big Papa Poe lining up nose to nose with the center, and then it's just a wad of guys on the snap, and somehow this back comes out of it. I mean, it almost looked like the crazy cartoon where there's a big scuffle and then somebody pops up, right? Hey, he just kind of comes out of it, and we don't know where he
Well, it's
came
the danger on short yardage, right?
Yes.
You see it in the goal line. I mean,
Everybody's
you got everybody
packed in tight.
packed in, and if there's one crease, there is a long field of green in front of him.
Yeah, he took it to the house. So with 8:48 left to play in the first half, your score, Huntsville 14, James Clemens 10. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football. You're listening to PAS Plus Network with the one Kirk Pierce,
Went to the
Johnny
bull-
Johnson, and myself.
We went to the bullpen for the callback right there.
I was always good to come in relief now.
He's good. He's good.
But that's it. I'm probably done.
So Cooper and Doty back deep to receive the kickoff. It's going to be a short kick. Looks like Doty's going to catch it at about his 7-yard line. Cross the 20. Just kind of gliding so far. Makes a cut. Spin move. Pass down the 30 to about the 31. So good field position for James Clemens.
Decent return.
So Doty with the return out to the 31-yard line of James Clemens. Be 1st and 10, James Clemens, as Ty Marsh and crew come back out. And I tell you, just from a defensive standpoint, we were talking about naming the defense, but giving up that long touchdown run. But they were able to open up holes on that 4th and 1 in that I formation.
Well, you only need one.
You really do.
I mean, you only need one. You just need a crease. And like Coach Johnson said, everybody's packed in there tight. You don't really have a safety outlet. And if you have one and you guess wrong, that's it. It's over. There's no help.
So Barry in the backfield now for James Clemens. He's to Marsh's right. Marsh takes a snap, hands it off to Barry. Barry follows one blocker, gets to the outside, makes one man miss. He's still on his feet. Past the 50, he's going to be caught from behind. Not before he gets into Huntsville territory for a huge run there.
We haven't seen that out of Cam.
No.
Right? The open field cut.
Made the guy
pick
miss.
up another 15 yards. I mean, that's a great run right there by him. And he showed a real burst getting to the outside.
So he picks up about 30 yards on that carry all the way into Huntsville territory at the 35-yard line. Trips to the near side. Marsh and Barry in the backfield.
Speaking of the Cowboys, we got a sign on the sideline.
Yeah, baby.
Love
Look
it.
at that star.
Now everybody in motion again. Now everybody's set. Here we go. Doty's to the far side. Little trying to figure out what's going on. Here we go. Now we're ready. Marsh looking to throw. Rolls to the near side. Got to get rid of it, and he does. Throws it out of bounds. That's going to be close. No, they're going to say he was there.
There has been a lot of confusion getting plays in, where people are supposed to line up. I don't know if we've added some new stuff this week and we're not sure about it or what the story is.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's a vision thing. I think we're having a hard time seeing signals because I've seen Ty ask for it to be repeated several times. I've seen receivers ask for the signs to be repeated several times. So I don't know if the combination of blue maybe in the uniform, as good as they look, it may be tough to see down there on the sideline.
So Marsh, swing pass out to Doty. Doty makes the catch at the 35. Past the 30, pushed out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. So pickup of 6 on the play for Doty.
A.J. Little really did a good job of blocking right there. I know we didn't get a ton on that. I mean, I guess got about 8 yards.
Yeah, Ty's hoping he'd turn him one way or the other there and help him out. But
he was locked on, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was locked on, and Ty's just got to read that block and get what he can get. And that's pretty much what he did right there.
So 3rd and 4 for James Clemens from the Huntsville 28-yard line.
Very manageable. Let's see if we shift again, try to draw him.
2 splits to the far side, 1 to the near. Barry in the backfield. Doty in motion from left to right. Marsh going to keep it himself. Follows a blocker. Puts his head down. Goes out of bounds and slung out of bounds.
There's our
and
flag.
There's your first down on that. Just unsportsmanlike conduct right there. He didn't have to do that.
No, he could have just went to the ground with him. I think the flag comes because he kind of slung him over his body there out of bounds.
Spun and threw him.
Little side suplex like Rick Steiner.
And I was just about to say, man, I'd like to see Ty, Rick Steiner. I'd like to see Ty maybe cut that back up inside that last block and get the first down himself. But I guess he knew what he was doing. He was going to take the late hit.
I don't think he had the first down either when he went out of bounds.
No, he didn't.
I'm just saying, going to be short.
If he'd have cut back inside, there was space to get another 3 or 4 yards.
Right.
Yeah, he was going to be short.
So that's a costly penalty. Not only does it give us a first down, but it puts us deeper inside to Panther territory as the ball is now spotted at the Huntsville 13.
And the thing is, Ty's a big kid now. I mean, he's a load. He's going to fall forward.
So Marsh puts a man in motion.
Oh, we almost had a penalty.
Yes, we did.
There.
Almost had 2 of them. Handing off to Barry. Barry going to the left side. Makes one cut. Fights his way forward to about the 6-yard line.
It's a good hard run out of Cam.
So Cam is coming out here tonight with intent.
He's ready to go, baby.
Well, and I tell you something else he's got right now that I don't know that we had earlier in the game for DJs. There's some pretty good holes he's finding.
Oh,
I don't know if he's finding the holes versus they weren't there earlier. I don't know. You know, we may have just missed them earlier, but now that they're past us and we can see those holes open up from our angle.
Well, we talked about our offense being on the field more, too. I mean, that means the Huntsville defense is having to play more on the field.
So hand off to Barry. Barry cuts it up the middle, makes one man miss, makes another one, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, James Clemens from 6 yards out. Cam Barry with his first touchdown of the night.
Hey, about 3 cuts he makes, one in a phone booth at the line of scrimmage, one at the next level, and then one right at the end zone to get in. Great job. Yeah, he made that guy miss in a phone booth. And
listen, he was slicing and dicing through there like he was cutting onions for an omelet. Whew.
This is crazy. Here's my number. Call me, baby, in that phone booth, huh?
Ortiz lines up for the extra point. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. James Clemens retakes the lead with 7-11. I think that's a store. Your score, 17, James Clemens, 14 for the Panthers of Huntsville. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available, too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS+. 7-11 left to play in the opening half. James Clemens with a 17-14 lead. Homecoming. See, you guys got the big gulp. I'll just take it from you, Brad. I'll just take
big gulps, huh?
Big gulps. All right.
He must work out. Ortiz kicks it. High, end over end kick.
Okay.
Stay in bounds.
It's going to bounce out of bounds at the 3. And that's going to be a penalty and give Huntsville decent field position for this next drive right here.
I thought the Rocky Mountains would be rockier than this.
You can look for the monthly Play Action Sports column in Athens Now. We'll update you on what's been happening in local sports news as well as upcoming games and events. The paper is free and available at businesses all around the area. If you don't come to a James Clemens game to watch the football, just come to the dance show. Dude, the music that Clay plays.
That's right.
He is
thought you were talking about my dance.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you
too.
what Clay does great. The speaker system at Madison City Stadium is a little dated.
Yeah.
They pay and bring in a different sound system, and they rock this place. The student section loves it.
Clay Coleman is an MVP.
He does a great job. McClung hands the ball off to Jones. Jones picks up about 2 yards on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for Huntsville.
And, you know, they're going to be able to do that probably as often as they want to, but how disciplined are they going to be to sit back and gain 2-3 yards on every run like that?
It's going to be tough. I mean, the way this defense is going to tighten up. I mean, I know they gave away the big run on the last touchdown for Huntsville.
We talked about our front so much. They're going to eat those guys up. Our linebackers are probably going to be free to meet those guys 2 yards downfield. You know, Huntsville's going to have to do more than that.
So McClung throws off his back foot.
That's a good
pass intended for number 12, but goes out of bounds, and they're going to call us for pass interference.
You know, those are the ones that bother me, right? Like, are we really in position to make that call? And for what we see up here, it looked like maybe a hand across his back, but not enough to make a difference.
Well,
on the play.
but the thing is, the guy that threw it was on the opposite side. He was back towards the line of scrimmage.
Right.
There's a guy right there where the hand on the back was, did not make the call.
And it's the line judge.
And the line judge from 10, 15 yards behind the play makes that call.
Yeah.
Now, was there some contact there? Yes.
But it was mild.
But it was
very mild.
Just
compared
part of going
to
after
two
the
other
ball.
plays that we've seen tonight that were no calls.
Not to mention the ball's 5 yards away from him. It wasn't even close to being a catch.
Well, again, you're talking about things that are relative.
So 1st and 10, Huntsville, after the penalty, puts him into James Clemens territory.
I mean, why bring common sense into the argument?
As the ball is spotted at the 48, and we've got a timeout on the field. That's going to be an official's timeout, and we'll just keep it here.
Why not?
Do an update on the scores from your North Alabama Gas District scoreboard. Mars Hill 28, Clements 3 in the second quarter. Lawrence County 42, Ardmore 7. That's in the second. Brooks 13, West Limestone 10. Muscle Shoals 24. Athens gets on the board with 7. That's in the second quarter. Lauderdale County 33, Elkmont nothing in the second quarter. That's your North Alabama Gas District scoreboard serving Madison, Muscle Shoals, and Town Creek. Call 811 before you dig.
You know, I was thinking Monsters of Madison for our defense.
Mm-hmm.
But
like the Monsters of Midway?
Yes, but is there a jet
That's what
that
I was
starts with an M?
That's where I'm going, man.
And then we can go, we can go that
you could
route.
MiG, but that's Russian.
Yeah,
we don't want to do
I
that.
think it's Chinese, isn't it?
Something like that. I don't know.
I don't know if you know this, but Bradley doesn't like the
It has nothing to do with Russians, okay? I grew up under Ronald Reagan. Everything in my world as a child said,
I got you.
Rocky Balboa was beaten.
Rocky Balboa won the Cold War.
What was the jet that Clint Eastwood went over there and stole?
I don't remember that.
Come on, that movie.
I don't know what movie that is.
And it's not the one with the
Airwolf.
monkey.
No, I wasn't Airwolf. That's a helicopter.
But that was an awesome show,
It was
by
an
the way.
awesome show. All right, McClung, 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself on the read option.
Wow.
He's going to get the first down and then some. As he cuts to the outside, covers that ball up, picks up 14, 15 yards on that play.
Definitely something that the Huntsville coaches must have seen from upstairs is a break in the way we were playing that particular set. That was wide open. There's nobody to account for the quarterback in that.
Well, defensive end crashed down the line.
Yeah,
and the cornerback went with the receiver, and there was just nobody within 15, 20 yards.
So McClung with 6:07 left to play in this first half. James Clemens with a 17-14 lead. He's going to roll to his far side, throw off his back foot. Mark Woods on the defense right there for James Clemens as the pass was intended for number 3, and he puts that sword back in its sheath, and now we've got a penalty.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if this is DJ Davis talking to the official or
Mark.
No, the official threw it. It looked like the official was having discourse with DJ Davis.
Man, you searched hard for that big word.
He did.
Went to Walmart last
Just
night.
as an
I heard
FYI, the Clint Eastwood movie was called Firefox.
Firefox. Okay, that's not the one with the monkey.
Credit goes to Tim Lambert on that one. No, that's not the one with the monkey. That's why when you keep turning your hat backwards, that's what I think of is Philo Beto. All right, so we got some laundry on the field, waiting to see what the officials say on the penalty. It was thrown way after the play was complete.
Yeah, and not near the play, really.
Dead ball.
Dead ball foul. It's going to be against Huntsville.
Oh, against Huntsville.
So obviously a player must have been engaged in some way with DJ Davis. Yeah.
So that's going to move them all the way back to the 50 or to the 48-yard line of James Clemens. I was about to say 52. I was about to say.
No comment.
No comment.
I'm sorry, people. All right, 48-yard line of James Clemens, Huntsville. First and forever. It's almost first and Sparkman. That's a long way right there, dude. I mean, what is that, 30?
25.
25? Yeah.
I don't math
Count
real well.
Trying to do it all
I counted it
as quickly as I can, yeah. So it's going to be 2nd and 25 for Huntsville. They need to get all the way to the James Clemens 23-yard line. He's going to take a shot as he got rid of the ball, but that's going to be incomplete.
Are those ribs?
And I don't know if we had a stunt or some kind of call on right there. I would think we would almost have to for Jalen to be coming through the A gap And it looked like that's where he came from.
It is.
But that's a great call in that situation to try and get pressure on that quarterback in a hurry. Luckily for us, they're throwing the screen, right? And Jalen got there in a hurry.
Well, lucky for them they threw the screen because he got hit right in the ribs right as he let go.
Yeah, he took a shot.
So we're going to have 2 splits to the near side, 1 to the far side on this 3rd and 25 for Huntsville. McClung dropping back to pass. Rushes on. He's got to get rid of it. Pass is complete.
Great job,
but
defense.
Quick tackle. Only got to the original line of scrimmage, and then they say he lost yardage.
Great
so lost
job.
Additional yards. Brings up 4th down.
Man, we were on the quarterback that time. We're on the receiver. We're on the back flaring. We're all over the place.
Trying to
solid
figure out who
defensive
that was
play
right
right there.
So 4th down for Huntsville as the defense holds tight.
It's a big
That's a defensive stop. Yep. Sponsored by Woodard Decking and Fencing. Give them a call if you need a deck built or a fence built.
Yeah.
So here's the punt. It's up. Nice. Nice punt. Doty's going to say, I take it. At the 15-yard line, makes one man miss. Tries to cut back to the inside. Still on his feet. Finally brought down at about the 22-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. James Clemens from their own 22.
He is tough to get hands on.
He really is. Nobody ever seems to get a clean shot on him, you know.
He's shifty.
I bet Woodard can build you a blue wall like we're putting up on defense.
The blue wall.
The blue wall? Yeah, I'm not. We can get Woodard to do that, man. Build us a blue wall.
Coach Johnson's got a blue wall out there in his
do
outfield.
have a blue wall in the bullpen and in the outfield.
You got a big old outfield blue
The
wall.
big blue wall. Here we go. Oh, no, that's our offense. Can't call them hogs. That one's taken.
And we're not that kind of.
Nah, we're really not. Marsh, shotgun. He's got, looks like Barry next to him. Everybody shifts. Now he goes under center, I formation. Going to hand it off to Barry. To the far side. Barry's going to bounce it to the outside. Finally brought down. Still on his feet, spinning out of another tackle.
He picked up another 2 or 3
He really
that.
did. So he picked up about 6 yards on the play. Goes Barry. So bring up 2nd and 4 for James Clemens.
Man, you're right. This is as good as we've seen Barry run.
Yeah, he really has. He's been turning them legs and going hard.
So I'm doing something that I haven't done each season, you know, because I'm up here and I'm trying to keep up with stats as we go, and I'm just keeping up with the offensive stats for James Clemens. So we'll see how accurate I am after the game's over when we start looking at the official numbers.
Kirk, I won't doubt you.
Don't. Well, it's okay.
I won't.
2 splits to the near side, Doty and Cooper. Now Doty goes in motion as Barry's in the backfield. Barry's going to get the handoff. Goes right up the middle, picks up about a yard on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd and short for James Clemens.
What is the score?
It is 17-14. I know it says 14-2.
The scoreboard is they're having a hard time.
They really are.
Well,
That's all right.
We might have blew the bulbs out of it last week.
Scoring so many points against that other team.
We finally got our score on the right side now. You know, the old scoreboard, they'd put it under the JC.
So 3rd and 2, handoff to Barry. Barry, deep handoff, puts his head down, gets the first down on a 3-yard carry. That's a James Clemens first down.
Man, the deep handoff, we talked about it. I mean, it's tough, but it seems to be paying off right now. That pistol look, he's at least, I mean, the concept is that your back has enough time to see those blocks set up, right? He may be seeing them extremely well.
Well, and I wonder, too, as they get worn down, he's going to break some tackles that they were getting in and getting penetration early.
So Doty goes in motion. That leaves, no, it's Cooper in motion, Doty and Little over here. Now, Cooper's going to make the catch on a screen. Too many Huntsville Panthers over there to make much of that.
Yeah, they read that early and they just ran to it.
I wonder if there's a throw off of that. Because
that's what I was wondering,
that
too.
Was
that's
a lateral to him, really, that pass.
That's what I thought was about to happen. But
a little double pass action?
Yeah.
I don't know if Cooper can throw it all, but it looked like they were setting that up maybe.
So 3:13 and counting in this first half. James Clemens with a 17-14 score lead over the Huntsville Panthers in this Region 8 matchup. Both teams trying to go 2-0 in region action.
Only one's going to come out of here like that.
So Marsh drops back to pass. Trying to find some openings. Good coverage downfield. Throws it up. Caught.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Caught by Little. Okay. Little makes a catch in traffic, and he's still down. Held onto the ball.
That's quite a collision.
Dangerous throw. This is something we saw from Tide 2 weeks ago, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, he's scrambling around. He's got there, and he's trying to set up his feet, but he's backpedaling, throwing off his back foot, and floats it over the middle of the field, deep down the field. And it's right there at AJ. The problem is it gave the safety a ton of time to react. And so you got a corner trailing AJ. You got a safety coming downhill from center field. And I'm talking about got there right as the ball did. AJ did an excellent job of hanging on to that, number one. But he got smoked by that safety.
You described all that perfectly.
You really did.
That.
I mean, you totally illustrated. That's why they call it color commentary. You colored the entire picture in.
Didn't even get outside the lines. I'm proud of him.
I mean, that ain't like preschool your kids bring home that you're like embarrassed to hang it on the fridge.
So
that was legit.
I appreciate that.
Gosh almighty.
So Little gets up and walks off under his own power. So that was good, but he makes a great catch for the first down. So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 43-yard line.
Well, let's hope it just knocked his wind out.
Yeah. I mean, that was a tough hit. But he's putting his helmet back on, so he'll probably go into a little bit of a look just to make sure he's okay. Marsh, shotgun. Looking to throws it into the flat to Doty. Or across the middle. Doty picks up 2 yards on the play. Goes out of bounds, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, smart just to get what you can get right there and get out of bounds.
So 2 yards on the reception.
Looks like AJ's going to be okay. He's there with Daniel Clark, our trainer. Does an excellent job, old Dan down there. But he's got his helmet back on and just having a conversation.
So make sure you stick around for halftime. As I said, we're going to be interviewing the cross-country coach for James Clemens, Drew Bell. Also try to pick up some of these homecoming festivities. The announcements of the homecoming king and queen. As Marsh throws off his back foot. Cooper trying to come back to it. Just falls off of his hands. But pass falls incomplete.
Well, it came out funny right there. I mean, he's again throwing with pressure on the run, and that ball came out with a little wobble to it and didn't go quite as far. Kind of up for grabs. Luckily, he threw to an open space where only our guy had a chance. We just couldn't work back to that ball.
So that brings up 3rd and about a long 8 for James Clemens.
Ooh, the dogfight D.
Dogfight D.
No, you're in a dogfight with your jet.
I like it.
Coach Brett Burgess coming through right there.
Come on now.
Number 1 fan.
2 splits to the near side, 1 to the far side. Marsh looking to throw. Plenty of time. Throws it up in the air and looks like a little pass intended for him. Just out of his reach. Brings up 4th and long.
Again, back foot.
Yeah. I mean, Ty's been really solid when he's not pressured.
So that's another incomplete pass. Brings up 4th down. And looks like Ortiz is going to come in and punt.
And I don't care who you are as a quarterback. It's tough to throw when a guy's in your face.
Doesn't matter.
And you feel like you've got to backpedal or step away from that throw. It's hard to be real accurate, especially down the field.
Or any sport. I mean, baseball, softball, basketball. I mean, any sport. When you're moving, it's much tougher to throw and hit a target, right?
So Huntsville's got a receiver back there, and it looked like he got a little hand on it, and I think he did.
Something wrong with that punt spiraled.
And it's still rolling. James Clemens roll. Now it's going to be down at the 22-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10, Huntsville from their own 22 with 2:08 left to play in this opening half. James Clemens with a 3-point lead, 17-14 over the Panthers.
I don't think I've ever seen a punt spiral.
What?
I've never seen a punt spiral like that.
Really?
Well, they tipped it at the line.
It's one thing when you're kicking an angle and spiral.
Yeah.
But, man, that thing would look like a
line drive, like tie through it.
Like we're throwing a post pattern.
Now, you can download a copy of this game or listen to it on demand by going to pasnetwork.net. There's a streaming schedule of upcoming games and the links to our mobile apps as well. You can listen to us live each and every week right here on PAS Plus. Download the app. Check us out. Tweet at us or X at us.
X us up.
Strange.
So 1st and 10, Huntsville. McClung, the quarterback, the senior, hands it off. That running back, Jones, just keeps driving his legs, picks up about 5 yards on the play. So 2nd and 5 with 1:58 left to play in the opening half.
He wasn't going to go much further because he had about 300 pounds hung on him.
Big Papa Poe just hanging on, going for a ride.
Big Papa Poe.
Big Papa
That's
Poe.
a lot of peas. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled poed peppers.
That's pretty good. You wing that out.
So 2nd and 5 for this Jet dogfight defense. as McClung got one split to the far side, two to the near side, rushes on. Running back picks up the blocker. McClung's got to run. Throws it off his back foot. Nobody there. Pass falls incomplete. Third down.
He felt DJ Davis coming. He felt DJ Davis coming on his backside the whole way.
DJ just bull rushed that
Yes,
poor
he
tackle.
did.
Now, I've been part of football since I was 6 years old, and I've seen the progression of shoulder pads and uniforms and all the equipment. And Davis has what looks to be those pointed shoulder pads from the 80s. That, I mean, maybe that's just his shoulders, but man.
Remember, everything's cyclical. Well, cowboy collars will be back in a year or two.
Yep. Pass over the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 13. That is.
Check out number 34 for us. He's got a cowboy collar on.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he looks like a Penn State linebacker from
Yes, he does.
1995.
You need that
Yes, sir.
tight white roll, you know.
Oh, the neck roll.
If he'll spat them ankles up, he will be a monster.
So that incomplete pass brings up fourth down with 1:18. Plenty of time, but we've only got one timeout left in this half, as Doty is going to go back and stand at about his 40-yard line. So Huntsville,
I think their
back-to-back
uniforms,
punts.
Their uniforms accentuate the shoulders.
I think you're
Those
right.
stripes
It's
on top.
Yeah. So that ball goes out of
I
bounds.
got a lineman down here out of bounds trying to field the punt.
Micah Douglas,
Never works out well.
one of our starting linemen.
And
He's
more
definitely
laundry.
not going back on
More
kicks.
laundry down.
We got one of the Huntsville guys with a helmet off.
Yeah. Looked
After
we had
a little
extracurricular. Extracurricular.
So they're saying that the punt went out of bounds at the James Clemens 49-yard line. Let's see what this penalty is.
Looks like Brody Stinson was clapping after it.
So it is getting a little chippy out there already.
Well,
chippy.
It's a region game.
Yeah.
Well,
They think they should win.
exactly.
They haven't done it in a long time.
This is big for them. We talked about it in pregame. You know, they want to get out on top. They want to take control of this game early. I mean, the pressure is really on them because they're the ones that feel at a disadvantage. This is important to them. It's important to both teams. But Huntsville's the one that feels like they're a little bit slighted.
I don't know if y'all heard that. Clay just announced the Grissom score. Grissom 21, Bob Jones nothing.
Bob who?
Yep, that's exactly what I said.
Who cares?
So there you go.
Lob it up. And we'll
So
get it
that
out.
penalty is going to be against Huntsville, and that is going to be a huge penalty as it moves the ball all the way from the James Clemens 49 to the Huntsville 36-yard line. So first and 10, James Clemens with 1:12 and one timeout remaining in this half.
Only 1:12 left. This is a great opportunity here in this kind of field position to get another score on the board before halftime. You want to show dominance and take control, this is a great opportunity to do that.
So Marsh, shotgun. He's got Williams,
I see a mismatch.
puts a man in motion.
I see two.
Two splits to the far side now. Two to the near side. They're a little tighter. Marsh looking to throw. Throws it across the middle. Just over the reach of Doty. And Doty again, right there on that middle, has been open a lot tonight. And we just haven't been able to drop it in yet, but I feel it's coming.
Well, and that's a tough throw. I mean, it's not an easy throw to make because those safeties are flying. I mean, they're moving from hash to hash. They're covering a lot of ground, right? What I would have liked to see out of Ty right there is him tie Doty down the middle of the field and bring that safety to the middle of the field and then throw to Egger over there in the corner who's wide open about the numbers.
And you gotta believe that the coaches up here in the booth are seeing exactly what you're talking about. All right, so Marsh is going to have trips to the far side. He's got Williams to his left, hands it off to Williams. Williams coming to the short side, bounces off of a tackler, finally brought down short of the 30, so at the 31-yard line. So a hard run there of about 5 yards, 6 yards. So 3rd and 5.
And I think the big difference between him and Barry right now is he hung on that outside blockers deal all the way to the sideline, and it seemed like there was a little crease just when he got to the numbers to cut back up, and Barry's catching those creases.
Barry's hitting it with a burst.
So Marsh fakes the hands off to Williams, pumps, throws it up towards the end zone. Lots of hand contact out there. Pass falls incomplete. Nobody's going to make the call. Official runs across from the far side with his hand on the flag, but decides to keep it in his pocket.
You know, and it's probably a good no call. I mean, both guys are kind of hand fighting and working, and they're both working for the football. And I mean, let them play like that.
So now that brings up 4th and 5, a long 5 for James Clemens as the ball is at the 31-yard line of Huntsville with 29 seconds left to go in the game, in the first half. And
well, look, we'd already made up our mind we're going for it on 4th before the third down play.
Right.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have ran that play. So this is interesting here. If we convert, we're going to take a timeout, and then we got a shot to put points on the board.
Marsh looking to throw towards Cooper in the end zone. Got him right there at the goal line. Touchdown!
What a good ball.
James Clemens from 31 yards out. Cooper with another James Clemens touchdown right there. His first of the night.
Right in front of the superintendent. He's down there getting hyped. Oh, Ed Nichols.
Oh,
hey,
Nichols loves
what
it.
a great job he did of getting a little bit of a push off, but not extending that arm.
No.
He just created a little space late as that ball came in and used that arm to get some space, but did not push the guy where it was obvious and get that offensive pass interference. What a great job.
Tom Marsh dropped a dime in there.
Yes, he did. So Ortiz kicks the extra point with 21 seconds left to play in this opening half. James Clemens with a 10-point lead. Your score, Jets 24, Panthers 14. Just keep it here, and that's what we're going to do. The producer said keep it here, and that's great.
We talked about going into half, needing something right there to kind of to push because we're going to get the ball coming out of halftime.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, we also talked about Huntsville believing that they had a shot, and they still do. I went ahead and looked up the history here.
Okay.
7-2, Jets in the favor of the Jets.
And I bet those two were early in James Clemens' history.
Year one, we lost in overtime. And then I think 2017, we lose a game. But last year was 27-23. Year before, 43-40. So they've gotten some momentum and at least got close.
Yeah.
But traditionally, you look back, 49-0, 62-19, 55-8. They've done a good job over there of becoming competitive, doing those things. We need to come out at halftime, hold them here for the rest of the half for another 21 seconds, obviously. Come back out, put another punch in their face.
Show
right?
dominance.
And then this thing starts to go, okay, this is still the same game we've been playing.
So Huntsville's going to field it at the 10, crosses the 20, finally brought down at about the 25-yard line. 15 seconds left to play in this opening half. Huntsville's got the ball from their own 25.
Well, on the heels of that, I'm curious to see what they do here with 15 seconds left, right? I mean, do they take a chance and try and close the gap right here? What do they got to lose?
No, you're right.
Will Richards, name we don't get to call a whole lot on the tackle right there, did a good job getting that kick returner to the ground.
Our
job,
coverage
Will.
teams have done a really good job of just being consistent, solid, running their lanes, making a tackle when they need to.
So McClung is just going to down it and run out the clock and take it to the half, down by 10 as we get ready for a halftime here at Madison City School Stadium, homecoming week for James Clemens.
I don't know if you saw that, but they're just taking a knee, and all their guys kind of just butt up to our guys. Yeah. Number 13 for them shot out of there like a cannon and whiffed on everybody and just fell on his face.
He did. He picked up about 6 yards on that fall, though.
So it's halftime here at Madison City School Stadium. Your score, James Clemens 24, Huntsville 14. We'll be back. We'll have some halftime for you. We'll interview Coach Drew Bell, the cross-country coach at James Clemens, and also pick up a little bit of homecoming action here at halftime. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
Here's what's on the Jets' radar. Tomorrow, the JV volleyball team will be in a tournament at Buckhorn. On Monday, varsity volleyball will host Austin, and JV football will travel to Huntsville, while JV and varsity volleyball will be on the road at Athens. We'll be back with more James Clemens coverage from Play Action Sports.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on PAS Plus. Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, coaches Brad Kimbrew, and our producer, Mr. Tim Lambert. It's halftime. Score, James Clemens 24, Huntsville 14. Up here in the press box with me now, I'd like to welcome Coach Drew Bell, the cross-country coach here at James Clemens. Coach, it's been a year. It's great to see you again.
Good to see you guys.
Man, I tell you, I hear you're having a pretty successful season so far.
Yeah, this team, we're trying to pick out the biggest meets we can find and go after the best to become the best, but they got the potential. No team's ever put 5 guys under 16 in the state.
Yeah.
16 minutes, and we got 3 under right now. We had our school record broke 2 weeks ago.
That's awesome.
15:28, and that's 4:59 each mile.
Yeah.
So these guys are real. And the girls are also in Chickasaw Trails were third 7A team. So to have 2 teams in the top 3 in 7A, it's hard, man.
Well, so you've been doing this a long time. I mean, you're a runner yourself, but what was it about coming in and coaching young men and women? How did you get into this? What was it that inspired you to do this? That's a tough question, right? You weren't ready for that one.
I've just always loved running, but more importantly, love kids.
Yeah.
And I wanted to teach them what I love. And the self-discipline, like getting up at 5 and having to be in the park on time at 5:30 a.m. every day, running twice a day, running 13 miles, running 60 miles in the summer, being that top 1% human.
There you
it's
go.
not about running at all. Be the top 1%.
Just inspiring these kids to take this even after high school and just be a contributing member to society in a positive way.
That's all we want.
That's all you want. Yeah, as coaches, that's all we want. So you've got some runners, individual runners that are, like you just said, broke some records. What has been for you some of the toughest courses that your teams have had to run so far this year or in recent past?
Well, probably this year, the Spain Park course. Mm-hmm. He wanted to go back to true cross country.
Yeah.
So it was rolling hills, roots, twisty turns, and we did it under the lights. You couldn't even see well through the woods.
Goodness.
It was brutal.
So for you, though, as a coach, I hear that you've got some accomplishments under your belt. And so these kids have got to see that, and that's something that's inspiring to them. So tell the audience a little bit about some of the things that you've been able to accomplish just in your career.
Well, a couple years ago, I was told maybe I was checking out off this planet, but God's time's the right time.
Absolutely.
And I buckled down and set my mission on seeing how many All-American performances I could get in one calendar year. The record was 10. We're at 17 right now of this year. We've got 3 national championships in there, and I've made 2 world teams. I've got the world championship Mountain Trail Half Marathon. That's in 2 weeks from now. It's It's been in Europe and been in Hawaii, but it goes straight up a ski slope, Sugarloaf Mountain in Maine. We're going to climb 380-story building in 3 miles, and if we survive that, we're going to go 10 more.
That's crazy. I just since you and I spoke last year, we talked a little bit about this. I still haven't gotten back into running. And maybe I need to take this right here. And we were talking about coaches Johnson and Kimber. We were talking about counting calories. Maybe I just need to get out there and run. Maybe I need to get out there with you at 5 a.m.
Hey.
I don't know. So talk about some of your performers, though, seriously, some of these individual performers that are really shining the lights. You've mentioned some personal records have been broken, some James Clemens records, but who has impressed you just from a team perspective and as just an individual?
Well, this summer, for the first time, we ever had 3 athletes make the AHSA All-Star Cross Country meet. Yeah. Emma Bothern, she was All-State last year. It's her senior year. She's really stepping up. She's a little ahead of where she was last year. Our leader right now on the girls is Kylie Giro. Mm-hmm. She made All-State 2 years ago. We actually have 3 All-State girls on the team. So, we have 3 All-State girls. Ella Carter is one of them also, but to build it around, but Kayla's up there with them too. It's a really special group. The boys, Luke returns. He's All-State 2 years in a row, but we got 3 All-Americans on the team. Got Dylan Dreyer that won the National Indoor Championship in the 800. We got Cole Robertson, specialized in steeplechase, All-American, and Luke was All-American in the mile. But, they've been pushing, and they finally are talking the talk. I've never heard them talk it, but they believe they can beat anybody. Yeah. They believe they can win this. And even if we don't, just to get them into that mentality where I want them to be, they're living it. They're living the 1% dream. And
that's what we just talked about. That makes you proud as an individual. That makes you proud as a runner, and it makes you proud as a coach. Seeing these kids take what you're teaching them and taking what they have that ability to do, and they're making things happen for them.
I just love the sport because every kid can get their personal record. Mm-hmm. That just means the best they've ever done. Tonight, the junior high, we had 19 running, and we had 12 personal records. So you celebrate everybody in this sport, and it's measurable. It's not like, you caught good or you threw good.
Yeah.
You got statistics here in football too, but these are measurable things. That truly is your personal best.
And that's awesome. Well, what would you like to tell the audience, especially the James Clemens Jet community? How can they continue to support you in a bigger way?
Well, the schools really got behind us in Madison City Schools. They took up our track. They put down brand new asphalt and the pavement, and they're putting in a brand new track, state of the art. That's nice. They let me take buses. Not every school system does that. I can take buses and go to any trail system, and that's what we do in the summer. We get off campus. All of our practices are off campus. They're either at Palmer Park or at 3 different trails at Monte Sanyo and all. And if you got that, you can win.
Yeah.
Because you can get more miles than anybody on soft surface, and you can get more elevation. Our favorite run is Oak Park. That's from the bottom of Monte Sanyo to the top and back down that 7-mile course. And, they keep getting better and better and better. It's exciting.
That's awesome. Well, Coach, I just want to tell you thank you for taking time out, come up here and talking to us at halftime. Coach Drew Bell, hey, it's always a pleasure to see you, man. Let's not make it a year before I see you again. Seriously, man. I love it when you come up here. I love talking this.
Maybe we'll have a state championship chat.
Hey, I love that. Let's do it, man. State championship. I'm going to call it right now for James Clemens Cross Country. Cross Country Coach Drew Bell. Thank you for joining us tonight, Coach. Really appreciate you being up here. It's halftime here at James Clemens, right here at Madison City School Stadium. Your score, James Clemens 24, Huntsville 14. When we come back, we'll have some more homecoming festivities. You're listening to James Clemens Football right here on PAS+.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at TzatzikisCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Local high school sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Ready to show off your film IQ? Ready to show it off during James Clemens football? Maybe it sounds like trying to mix oil and water, but hey, we're just trying to have a little fun. Listen for our in-flight movie quote during James Clemens football coverage on PAS+. We'll slip in a line at some point during our play-by-play commentary, and if you can identify the movie that it's from, text the answer along with your name to 434-1PAS. That's 434-1727, and you could win a $10 credit from Honest Coffee Roasters in Madison. The in-flight movie quote from Honest Coffee Roasters and PAS+.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on PAS+. It's homecoming here. 7:49 left in the halftime as the James Clemens Marching Band is out there on the field. And we're going to have homecoming here, and we're going to pick that up as the PA system, the PA broadcaster, Freak Daddy, is going to be bringing us tonight. We're going to try to listen to that as looking for the homecoming court. I see them. All right. So let's take it to the field, Tim, and take a listen to the homecoming festivities here at Madison City School Stadium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome you to the presentation of the 2023 Homecoming Court of James Clemens High School. Please direct your attention to the field where our award-winning James Clemens Marching Band, under the direction of Mr. Keith Anderson and Mr. Brian Sims, and drum majors Sarah Troy, Logan Pollard, and Logan Thomason. They will assist with the presentation of the James Clemens High School Homecoming Court. The JROTC Sabre team will also be positioned in the presentation and include Commander of the Sabre Guard, Cadet Reese Skillen. Team members, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Samuel Courtney, Cadet Major Landon Wader, Cadet Captain Philip Comer, and Cadet Captain Miguel Felipe, Cadet First Lieutenant Matthew Lipsky, Cadet Corporal Hudson Wader, and Cadet Corporal Chloe Probst. And now, we proudly introduce to you the James Clemens High School 2023 Homecoming Court. Beginning with our freshman class, Mr. Malik Hardy, escorting Miss Serenity Clemens. Serenity is the daughter of Carlos and Rita Clemens. Malik is the son of Eric and Faithia Hardy. Mr. Eric Young is escorting Miss Addison Hinkins. Addison is the daughter of Mark and Jamie Hinkins. Eric is the son of Eric and Allison Young. Next, representing the sophomore class, Mr. Jack White escorted Miss Paige Quarles. Paige is the daughter of Daryl and Yonka Quarles. Jack was the son of Michelle and Tom White. Mr. Mason Gant escorting Miss Murphy Washington. Murphy is the daughter of Verlock and Deion Washington. Mason is the son of Shay Cummier. Next, representing the junior class, Mr. Krishan Willingham, escorting Miss Maya Sullivan. Maya is the daughter of Drew and Michelle Sullivan. Krishan is the son of Christopher and Sherry Willingham. Mr. Chase Kingsley, escorting Miss Aubrey Bosick. Aubrey is the daughter of Andy and Kim Bosick. Chase is the son of Mark and Heather Kingsley. Mr. Dylan Knopfling is escorting Miss Macy Weaver. Macy is the daughter of Scott and Charlotte Weaver. Dylan is the son of Jake and Alyssa Laughlin. Mr. Isaac Achenbach is escorting Miss Serenity Pride. Serenity is the daughter of Sierra Pride and Jamal Lewis. Isaac is the son of Mark and Angie Achenbach. Representing our senior class, with Mr. Dylan Husmer, escorting Miss Michelle Yoon. Michelle is the daughter of Win Sung and So Yoon Young. Dylan is the son of Karen and Christopher Husmer. Mr. Logan Eggert is escorting Miss Mackenzie Payne. Miss Kinsey is the daughter of Michael and Caleb Payne. Logan is the son of Jason and Amy Edward. Mr. Logan Thomason is escorting Miss Grace Hurd. Grace is the daughter of Juan Hurd and Sue Hee Choi. Logan is the son of Brian and Julia Thomason. Mr. Lou Davenport is escorting Miss Bei Yoon Kali Sani. Bayu is the daughter of Sergi Shah and Miss Nani. Luke is the son of Wes and Mary Beth Davenport. Mr. Luca Fafori, escorting Miss Angela I. Angela is the daughter of Finn Yoon and Shangbing I. Luca is the son of Eva Fafori and Amy Sturvik. Mr. James Schlesinger, escorting Miss Ava Turner. Ava is the daughter of Shun and Angela Turner. James is the son of Mark and Janelle Schlesinger. Ladies and gentlemen, your James Clemens High School 2023 Homecoming Court. Crowning our homecoming king and queen is James Clemens High School Principal Dr. Carrie Donaldson. Dr. Donaldson is assisted tonight by Madison City School Superintendent Dr. Ed Nichols. We also have our crown bearer and flower girl helping tonight, Ainsley Orr and Henry Ware. They're out on the field, ready to help crown. Ainsley is the daughter of TJ and Nicole Orr. Henry is the son of Matthew and Katie Ware. And now, without further delay, we would like to present to you the James Clemens High School Homecoming King and Queen. Our 2023 James Clemens High School King is Mr. Luke Davenport. And our 2023 James Clemens High School Queen, Miss Angela I. Congratulations, Luke and Angela. We're proud to have you represent James Clemens High School.
Well, that's your homecoming king and queen. Thanks to Clay Coleman over there giving us the play-by-play for homecoming festivities. Also, congratulations to the homecoming king, Luke Davenport, and our homecoming queen, Angela I. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll run through some stats before we have second half action. James Clemens on top, 24-14 over Huntsville. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty. Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
Since 2014, Honest Coffee Roasters has believed that coffee should be both delicious and of the highest quality. Full-service craft coffee shops locally owned in Madison and Huntsville, they source their coffee directly from farmers around the world, so they know the quality in each cup. And not only coffee, breakfast, lunch, acai bowls, and seasonal treats, too. Order online at honesthsv.coffee. Honest Coffee Roasters, located at 92 Shorter Street in Madison and 114 Clinton Avenue East, number 106 in Huntsville. Honest Coffee Roasters. Greg Machen Photography is Madison's premier studio and is dedicated to making you look your best, offering everything from senior portraits to weddings. Greg Machen Photography provides the highest quality prints and services the industry has to offer. Call 461-0827 or visit them online at gregmachenphotography.com. Located at 8006 Old Madison Pike in Madison, Greg Machen Photography. Join us for Applebee's Tailgate Talk every Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC. We'll talk to coaches and sports figures of local interest and get their thoughts on whatever comes down the pike. We'll also announce our latest Athlete of the Week and give away an Applebee's gift card and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt. Applebee's Tailgate Talk, Saturday mornings at 10 on your PAS Plus app, on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device, online at tailgatetalk.net, and on the air at 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on Play PAS Plus. I'll get it. James Clemens on top coming out of halftime, 24-14. Coaches, real quick, run through some stats. Unofficial, Ty was 7 of 10 for 122 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Big receivers, Barry had 6 rushes for 53 yards, but had a 31-yard touchdown towards the end of the first half. So he's got 2 touchdowns on the night. Doty has 1 yard rushing, but 4 receptions for 71 yards and a touchdown. And then Cooper and Little each have a reception. Cooper with 1 for 9 and Little 1 reception for 11 yards. So offensively, we need to get some more people involved, but not a bad job tonight in the first half.
Well, we kind of have. I mean, Cam Berry is a guy that we talk about generally as a backup, but tonight he's been the more explosive of the backs, really finding the crease and getting the big yard plays.
And we tried to get a little involved. We tried to get Eggert involved and just didn't connect on him.
Yep.
So we've attempted to get guys involved for sure.
So James Clemens is going to get the ball back to start the second half. And there's the kick. High end-over-end kick is going to go all the way to the back of the end zone. How about that? I mean, he didn't touch
timeout. He was 5 yards closer.
It's true.
We got to delay a game coming out of halftime.
Of course we did. Of course we did.
Which you got to love as a head coach, right?
Telling you, that's fine. You know, the homecoming thing.
So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 20. And stick around for the post-game show as we'll announce our Mellow Mushroom Player of the Evening. And we got some standout players tonight, but I got to be honest, unless things change, I got to lean. I
think we all do.
Yeah, I tell you.
I don't know. It's really a toss-up for me.
Just wants to be difficult.
The Ty Marsh with a quick offensive snap right over there. It's really weird.
One missed block makes
Doty makes one guy miss. He's still on the run. It's past the 40, the 50. He's in the 40, 30. He's gone.
Yeah, he's walking.
Touchdown! James Clemens, 80-yard touchdown to start the second half. Marsh to Doty. No laundry. The blue lights, they run to the fans in the end zone, the student section.
There may be some flags now for celebrating with our student section. What a great job coming out of halftime right there.
Yeah.
We don't get a return because of the 5-yard penalty. We go into an exotic formation where we've got a bunch on this side of the field, another bunch on the far side of the field, and tying about 3 people in the middle.
I call it funky set, where you only got 3 offensive linemen and your quarterback, and you spread everybody else out wide.
And they played it perfect. Their defensive back got through our defenders and had him dead to rights at the line of scrimmage, but made that one guy miss. And once that guy missed, he was off to the races.
Yep.
Ortiz kicks the extra point to take your score to James Clemens 31, Huntsville 14. Guys, come on.
It goes back to what we talked about before halftime. The last couple of years they believed.
Yeah.
They've really played with us the first half. I mean, we gave them opportunities. The score was tight. Sure. We score right before half. We come out and score on the first play to make it 31-14. And how will they respond now? Will they start to feel like those teams that got beat 62-8 or whatever?
Yeah.
Or are they going to feel like the team that was 23-20?
And that's why you do that right before the half, right? You want to exert your dominance. You score right before the half, you come back, and you really hit them in the mouth with something like that. That's a great call by Truitt and Coach McGee to come out and do that.
So you can enter your name for the Lawlers Fan of the Week at PAS.net. We'll announce the winner during the post-game show of each and every James Clemens game. The winner gets a gift card from Lawler's Barbecue. So right there, to start the second half, James Clemens comes out, throws an 80-yard touchdown pass from Marsh to Doty to put your score 31-14. Big lead there in this Region 8 matchup. High end-over-end kick's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line by Huntsville. He's going to return it out past the 20, still on his feet. Gets tackled at about the 27-yard line.
Big stick there.
It was a huge hit there by number 27 for James Clemens.
I think it was 6.
Goodness, y'all won't give me anything. I'm trying to give 27. That was my number in high school.
There's not even a 27.
Yes, there was. Christian Wyatt was out there. I was 27 in high school, man.
15 yards away from
He's stretching on the sideline.
Christian Wyatt, good job, man. What a hustle.
Stay in your lane, baby. Nice
Way
job.
to hustle, buddy.
But no, Dowdell's a guy that we're starting to
Yeah,
his
he
name
is.
more and more. He's a got that cornerback position, but he's laid some hits.
So McClung takes the low snap, hands it off to Jones up the middle. Jones runs right into that Jet dogfight defense.
Dogfight D.
Dogfighting D.
I love it.
I like it.
We're going to have to get
T-shirts.
Mentality. Y'all know how I am. It's T-shirt time.
I'm bring it on.
Come on.
Who doesn't love a new
Can we
T-shirt?
give those out? Somebody call the AHSA.
We can give them out, I'm sure. Let's get one of our sponsors, Mellow Mushroom maybe. Tim, get on that. He's on it. I'm giving Tim actions.
The dogfight D.
2nd and 7. McClung throws the pass over the middle. Caught for the first down. And that's his second play of the night that I've seen him, and that's his second reception.
He was in on a couple others, just not involved, but he has not been in many because ultimately he has been a backup quarterback. And again, first year he's played football, but I don't know how you keep that big body off the field.
I don't either, especially with the routes that they're picking up. I mean, we're almost conceding that route when they run it and they can connect on that. And it's just over the linebackers and underneath the secondary.
Look at Nate Jennings wrapping up the running back, number 30 for Huntsville. And no gain on the play as Nate Jennings, the verbal commit to South Alabama. And looked like one of the officials kind of got hung up there.
That poor official got run over in the back of our defensive.
So 2nd down and 10 has no gain on the play by number 30. Let me get that name for you so I don't keep saying it. I think it's Parker. It is. Parker on the run for Huntsville for no gain. 2nd and 10 as this Jet dogfighting D steps up on this long yardage situation. Low snap to McClung. McClung, quick release. Throws it, hits his receiver, number 13.
Great tackle by Martin Woods.
So pickup of about 6 on the play, so brings us 3rd and 4.
That's a great open field tackle by Mark because, that's an easy first down if Mark's not there to seal that deal.
Now, you guys know this better than I do. Is Mark talking to anybody?
I think he's got some offers, but I'm not sure who they are.
Okay. Well,
but yes, I've definitely seen some online.
A guy that plays at that level is obviously getting attention. We don't know the whole story there. We don't know his recruiting process, but it's a guy that's somebody's going to benefit from having that guy on their program.
So McClung looking to throw over the middle, hits his receiver, number 21. He's to the 30. He's off to the races. The 15, the 10. Touchdown, Huntsville.
Well, we just mentioned Dowdell a minute ago on the big hit. He got beat to the inside right there, and what a pass that, again, did not have to break stride.
And it's the same route that we've kind of been conceding. It's difficult for us to play, right? I'm not sure what you really want to call the route. It's kind of a short post or a skinny post, but it's right over the top of the linebackers, but right underneath your defensive secondary, right? They're just breaking it off early. And so it's an easy pass and catch for your quarterback if he's got time. And you got those big body guys we talked about earlier. If you shield a guy off, that's an easy throw and catch.
So the extra point is good to take your score back to within 10. Your score, James Clemens 31, Huntsville 21. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at Tzatziki'sCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS+. I'm Kirk Pierce alongside color commentators, Coach Johnny Johnson, Coach Brad Kimber, our producer extraordinaire, Mr. Tim Lambert, in the booth calling the action tonight with 9:02 left to play in the third quarter. Jets up by 10, 31-21. So it was a quick hit for James Clemens coming out of halftime, scored on an 80-yard touchdown pass. Huntsville responds basically in a straight passing situation because they got to play catch-up.
My gosh, this kicker's impressive.
Yes, he is. He kicked that one straight into the end zone.
The leg he's showing off, you would think, like, if you cross the 50, you got a chance to put points on the board.
I tell you. So Jets are going to take over, 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Hey, quickly, hats off to all the people in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Indiana, Kansas, Texas, and right here at Home Sweet Home, Alabama.
7 states listening tonight?
7 states listening in live. Where you at? Mississippi, Florida, and Tennessee.
I can call my parents up in Tennessee and make them listen. All right, Ty Marsh got it. Everybody's in tight. Looks like he's got Williams back there. Now everybody's going to shift to the other side. Marsh is going to go under center, I formation. Going to hand it off to Williams. Williams on the far side finds himself a crease. Ball's in the air. And Huntsville gets the turnover.
Yeah, just as he came through the line that time, and he's been hitting it so hard, he hit that crease with a strong burst. The ball just kind of bounces up, right? And as he kind of tries to retain it, the ball gets batted around between a couple of guys, and a Huntsville player ends up taking it.
It almost looked like as he went by one of those defenders that weren't going to have a shot, they just took a swipe at him and caught his arm, and that thing popped up in the air and right to one of the Huntsville defenders.
And not anything he did wrong. He had it tucked away. He's running hard. It just got punched out.
So now we've kind of flipped the script a little bit as Huntsville's offense comes back with great field position at the James Clemens 26-yard line, down by 10, an opportunity to cut that lead to 3.
Well, and we asked how would they respond.
And they are doing it.
And they've responded with a quick touchdown strike and now a turnover.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the way they responded.
So McClung puts his man behind him, number 22. That's Rush. Rush.
Early movement again.
Yep. So penalty flag on the Panthers. False start. So it's going to move them back 1st and 15.
Man, going back, I really hate that for Cam.
Yeah.
I know he feels dejected
right
now.
Williams.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that was
Williams.
DJ.
Yeah,
Okay,
but the point's made.
Well, I hate it for either one of
absolutely.
them, right? But I just wanted. I was thinking that was Cam.
The
we only
night
saw him
he's
in the first play. The night that Cam's having, usually serving in a backup role.
Yeah.
And then tonight really kind of coming on and being the catalyst for our offense. I hate for him to go to the sideline feeling dejected after the night he's had.
Well, luckily it was DJ, I guess.
Well,
he ain't gonna feel that way.
Yeah. He'll shake it off. He's got plenty of time to think this through.
He's been in that situation, so he'll respond just fine.
So McClung under center, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's got some pressure. He's going to run, tuck it and run. He's going to get back short of the original line of scrimmage for about a 4-yard gain. So it's going to bring up second down and about 12.
That time we took that route away more to the inside, so like on the top hash right there. And you saw the receiver kind of didn't know what to do. He started to bend it back out, but it was too late. The pressure's got the quarterback rolling out of the pocket.
And Kreider did a good job in pursuit right there once he bounced that outside and went to run. I thought he took a shallow angle and he was going to get around him, but he hung on for dear life and got him on the waist and drug him down.
So 2nd and 12, Huntsville from the James Clemens 28-yard line. McClung in the shotgun. He's got Rush back there with him. Going to hand it off to Rush, number 22. He's going to meet met at the line of scrimmage by number 93. Say it.
Jaylen Brown. Gosh, if you run into those arms, and I mean, Coach, what's his wingspan when the guy stands there with his arms stretched out?
Well, I think it's about 7 feet. There's a legit. I mean, I know we've talked about this before. It's a double door going into our weight room, like a double push door, and he's touching both sides of it.
His wingspan is impressive. So imagine being a running back looking for a crease, and there's that guy standing there waiting on you.
2 people got you wrapped up.
Yeah.
So 3rd and long, an opportunity for a defensive stop here by the Jet dog-fighting defense, and they are. Reception made, but short of the first down.
What a great job of letting the play develop and then making the tackle. That's smart. Where a lot of guys might try and go for the ball in that position and you're not in position to play the ball.
Yeah.
Mark kind of let that play develop and then get a stop. Make them snap it again.
Because if he does go for the ball, that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown all day.
So 4th and 1 for Huntsville. They're going to go with a heavy backfield, I formation. McClung under center. Going to hand it off to the running back. Number 22, he's going to pick up the first down. Now got a little pushing and shoving out there. And
I don't know what DJ Davis has got going on tonight, but it seems like it's chippy with him and whoever he's matched up with.
Yeah, I actually watched that play a little bit. The whistle was already blown, and the number 13 was continuing to block him.
He may just be getting under that guy's skin.
And he's playing hard.
Yeah,
he is playing hard. He is punishing whoever blocks him.
It's those shoulder pads, man, I'm telling you. I formation, going to hand it off to the running back up the middle. Found himself a crease, going to dive towards the end zone, gets in there, touchdown.
That's been a nemesis for us, just lining up with that extra blocker and kind of punch us in the mouth because it gives them an extra blocker up front as well to help with that defensive front.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have the fullback as well to lead up through there. That's been a nemesis for our defense.
So what you've got going on that side, you can see it as it develops. You've got your fullback going ahead and taking out the linebacker.
Yes.
And you've got the offensive guard and tackle on the right side
We're
that
able
are
to double
teaming.
out that crease, yes.
Mm-hmm. So extra point is up, and it is good. So now we were within 3.
Yeah, ball game's changed.
It did. So your score, James Clemens 31, Huntsville 28. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS+. As your score, 31-28. Thank you, guys. Love the motivation. As we are in a dogfight ourselves, as we all of a sudden, what was a nice 17-point lead has been knocked back down to 3 with 7:09 left to play in the third quarter. High end-over-end kick, and it's going to go into the end zone again for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10, James Clemens.
Don't even bother.
Yeah, I mean, that kid has a leg for sure.
But we can't go to sleep. I mean, you talk about a close game. We get in the fourth quarter with a close game. That's a
Absolutely.
good guy to sneak one in on you when he's been booming them out of the back of the end zone.
Well, we've got one. Ortiz has already kicked a 34-yarder early in the first half.
Yeah, but he's going to be a shorter yardage, more accurate type guy. That guy's got a leg. I mean, I would venture to say they would try 40-plus if it was the end of the game type deal. He's got the leg to do it.
Yeah, he does.
Well, my thinking was an onside situation. Don't go to sleep thinking he's just going to keep booing them out of the back of the end zone.
So Marsh hands it off to Williams, and Williams makes up for that, picks up a good 6 yards, hard run there as he was in the I formation.
Good for them as a coaching staff to go right back to him, get him some confidence.
Yes.
Because a lot of times if you start taking that ball away from him after a big fumble right there, he may get a little gun shy as well. And so they hand it right back to him first play. He gets us a good big gain of about 7 yards.
Yeah, good hard run by DJ.
So Marsh, shotgun, got DJ in the backfield with him, trips to the near side. There's the snap. Going to hand it off to Williams again on the far side. He's going to shake off one tackler. Gets the first down and then some extra yardage all the way down to the James Clemens 37-yard line. That's a James Clemens first down.
The patience that he showed that time, waiting for that crease to set up, waiting for those blocks to set up, and then hit the crease to get that first down. Didn't need.
And did you notice during that patience time he had both arms on that football?
Yes, he did.
Until the hole open, and then he went to running.
So trips again to the near side. DJ in the backfield alongside or behind Marsh. Marsh takes the snap. Going to hand it off to Williams again. Williams going around the far side. They found something over there. Picks up another hard 7, maybe 8 yards on the carry. So Williams comes off of that fumble and rushes the ball 3 times and picks up. So far, he's got 24 yards just on these 3 runs.
And this is what Coach Johnson talked about pregame.
I was just about to say that. We talked about that pregame. We've got to get the run game going, and especially in the second half, and that's exactly what's going on.
And you see our coaches fired up about it. They're firing the offensive line up. You know, I mean, just and look, as an offensive lineman, this is what I love. I mean,
absolutely.
Listen, I don't care if we ever throw the football, okay? Let's run it every down. Give me a chance to just lay into somebody and drive block them. That's when it's fun. Okay? It is man on man. Sometimes me on 2 of you. All right, and I'll win that every now and then.
Well, listen, you can go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for the Applebee's Athlete of the Week and vote on the weekly poll. We'll announce the winner Saturday between 10 and noon on Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC. The winner receives a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place.
What a name.
I got one of those t-shirts.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah,
Tim gave us one.
Sweet.
Wow. Thanks, Tim.
All right, coming out of the timeout, we've got trips to the near side again as DJ's in the backfield with Marsh. So they're going to fake the handoff to DJ, throw it out here to Doty in the flat. Doty's going to spin out of one tackle. Close to the first down. Yeah, they're going to give him the first down as he picked up 3 yards on that reception. So 1st and 10, James Clemens.
It's crazy how often he gets away from the first guy. He just constantly gets away from that first guy. Got a guy down for Huntsville.
So Huntsville's got an injury on the field after that first down reception by Doty. 5:42 left to play in the third quarter. James Clemens with a 3-point lead, 31-28 your score here at homecoming. And again, want to congratulate the homecoming king and queen, Coach. The homecoming king, Luke Davenport. You know his name.
I know that guy.
You know that guy.
He's a pretty good pitcher for me.
Yes,
he does a good job at doing that. And then, of course, our homecoming queen, Angela I. So congratulations to both of them as they are homecoming queen and king.
You know what they say? There's no place like home.
No place like home.
Place like home.
So Williams going to take the ball again around the far side. Couldn't get out of the first tackler, but still picks up 3 yards on the play. So 2nd down and 7.
Luke will be making that trip south next year, won't he?
He will be an Auburn Tiger.
I remember, he committed this past spring.
So he will be an Auburn Tiger next year.
But you get to have him one more time.
Yes, we will have him one more time.
Yeah. I enjoyed watching him pitch.
He can throw a baseball. And he can hit it a little bit, too. He will get a chance to hit this year.
There you go. All right. Cooper goes in motion to the far side. Leaves Doty and Little over here on the near. Flare out pass to Cooper.
Play.
Cooper's going to make that catch. Gets the first down. Tries to bounce it to the outside. Goes out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10, James Clemens.
Good read. Good play concept right there, okay? Bring everybody's eyes on the defense to the left side. And then the rush that comes with the quarterback, use that against them, bring him with you, and just dump the ball right over their head.
When we've been setting that play up with all the runs to the left.
Yes.
And now we moved on that as a hard snap by Ty Marsh, but our left guard decided to jump just a little fast.
Yeah. Got to stay disciplined.
So that was, I tell you, though, that was a hard call there by Ty. And He was trying to draw the defense, but unfortunately we moved a little too quick.
He drew the offense.
He did.
Now that we're in the third quarter, Kirk, what's your take on the uniforms?
I love them.
Okay.
You know why I like the jerseys?
I
could see those white numbers.
I've liked your progression of dislike to like throughout the game.
I'm willing to have different opinion over time.
Oh, no.
Doty makes the reception, then coughs the ball up, and Huntsville recovers it.
Man, and I know he feels dejected right now, but he's out there making moves. He's trying to make a play, and during one of those spins, the guy just catches him perfectly right there in the back of the elbow. The ball pops loose.
Well, we keep talking about the first guy missing, and he almost got away from that first guy.
Yes, he did.
And he held on to him long enough that the safety came up and popped him right in the back, and the helmet was on the ball.
Yep.
And Ty didn't see it coming because he's in the middle of a spin.
You can't.
And that thing just pops out.
So Huntsville takes over after the turnover. That's our third turnover of the night. 2 fumbles in this half.
It's such a good drive.
It really was.
Yeah.
So McClung takes the low snap, hands it off to the running back, number 22. Number 22 is going to get several yards. Looks like he got about 6 yards on that carry. That was a hard run by number 22, Jones Jr.
Hayes, Harrison, and Ruffin on that tackle right there. And it looked for a minute, Ruffin tried to get that ball out on the way down.
So
both teams have done a good job of trying to create turnovers. Third quarter, it's just there's been some fortunate bounces go Huntsville's way.
Yeah.
But, keep playing, and the ball will bounce the other way.
McClung hands it off to Jones again. Jones goes to the far side, gets the first down as he dives. They're going to say he's short. They say his knee came down a yard short, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 at the 50, straight up.
Hayes Harrison, filled that gap from the backside middle linebacker and really did a good job of getting just enough of those legs to get him down.
I'm shocked that we're not seeing an I formation right here.
They're going to hand it to Jones on the far side. He's going to pick up the first down and find a crease to pick up several more. So a nice 6-yard run there by Jones for the Panthers. So McClung driving down the experienced quarterback on the opposite side for Huntsville with an opportunity to at least tie or take the lead here on this drive.
Huntsville looking to go fast.
So Jones again going to get the ball. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage.
Hayes Harrison
coming in from the linebacker slot to make that tackle.
He's an undersized guy as far as height's concerned, but he's strong.
Plays
that is a
hard.
Thick middle linebacker.
Yeah.
You look at him, and you guys may not remember, but we had a guy my first year, Zach Hopkins, that played here. He just finished playing at Mercer, and Zach looked a lot like that, maybe a little taller, but Zach had a nose for the football. That kid was everywhere on the football field, and if you just glance down there, if he had a number 10 on, he'd look a lot like Zach Hopkins.
So second, and looks like they gave him 2 yards, so 8 on the play. Low pass.
Nope.
They said it hit the ground. So pass intended for number 28 from McClung, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Rose did a great job. That's that same route again, that little slant right there. But he did a good job of being really tight on his backside and got a hand in there and forced that throw low into the ground.
And we're playing a little bit tighter coverage on those guys, and you're not getting that. Of course, that's an outside receiver versus an inside receiver there.
Mm-hmm.
So McClung looking over to the sidelines to get the call from the coaches. He's in the shotgun. Got a running back, number 30, Dwight Parker, to his right. Got two receivers to the near side. Looking for the far side receiver. Oh, and almost picked off there.
Right there. That's the route. And they brought the guy.
Cartron.
Yeah, they bring that guy in, that big-bodied guy, to run that same route right over the linebacker. But that time, and forgive me for not seeing the defender who did it. It was Dowdell?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Because that time he did exactly what you're supposed to do. He finished the route that time.
Yeah.
I mean, he read it perfectly. He knows what's coming, and he goes and finishes the route.
And the only bad part about how they're using Cartron is that every time he comes in, he runs that same pattern.
It's going to be pretty much the same thing. But they're going to play off of that. That's exactly right.
So Doty, standing about the 5-yard line, is going to come up, field the punt, try to go to the outside, makes one man miss, tries to dance his way around short of the 20-yard line, goes out of bounds at about the 18. Now they're going to give him to the 19. So 1st and 10, James Clemens from their own 19.
That's a big defensive stop in that
situation.
That's
a huge Woodard decking and fencing defensive stop.
Professional.
Look, it's just what we do.
Zeke's touchdown team, brother.
Living the dream.
The A crew.
Living the dream.
Kind of like the A team.
So we've had 3 possessions, 1 touchdown, 2 turnovers. Let's get one going, guys. Marsh, under center, I formation. Everybody
got
shifts.
him again.
And they did it again.
See, the center never moved.
Never did.
So they And that time they shifted from balanced to unbalanced. Right? We got 3 guys on this side of that center that never moved.
So offsides on Huntsville. That's the third time we've seen them do that off of that play, and that is.
And we've not seen it. Well, did we do it once last week?
Yeah, we did it a couple times.
But only just to stand up and back down. We didn't do all this shift, I don't believe. But Huntsville obviously not prepared for that.
So Marsh under center. It's a counter play. Looks like that's Williams. DJ Williams is your running back. Picks up about 3 yards on the play. It was 1st and 5.
And that's a good idea. Give them a little pattern, give them a little misdirection that they haven't seen on first down and short. Pick up positive yards.
So 2:14 and counting in the third quarter. James Clemens hanging on to a 3-point lead, 31-28 your score. James Clemens got the ball, 2nd and 1 from their own 29. Marsh under center again. Do the shift, and they jumped off sides again.
I mean, we're like 100% on that tonight.
It's really unbelievable.
It really is. That's 4 times.
If you're the D-line coach,
you're losing your mind
for Huntsville,
right now.
you are going ballistic.
Yeah, there goes 97 off the field.
I mean, you are going ballistic because that's something you do every day is work on watching the football.
And Fleetwood made it a beeline right to that kid. Poor guy.
So first down after the penalty, I formation again. As DJ is in the backfield, he's going to take the ball to the near side, tries to bounce it to the outside. He's going to be tackled by a couple of defenders as he picks up 2 yards on the play. Now penalty flag on the play.
Did you see what Doty just did?
Yeah.
Doty showing his athletic prowess.
Back roll, handstand to
half
feet.
Somersault, back tuck.
Problem is he also got a holding penalty.
Yeah, so that's going to move us back on that. That's a hold against James Clemens.
Well, you know, as long as you do something with flair.
I guess. Woo! Were you waiting on that?
Yeah, go for it. I'm surprised Clay hadn't broke it out.
Yeah, styling and profiling. To be the man?
You got to beat the man.
There you go. All right. First and, they're going to move it back. So replay first down, so it'll be 1st and 20. James Clemens, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so that's going to be short of 20. So about 1st and 19 as the ball is spotted at the 26-yard line of James Clemens. Trips to the far side, Marsh. DJ behind him. Going to fake the handoff to DJ.
You got it.
Marsh looking to throw. Plenty of time, throws it over the middle and throws it behind his intended receiver, Little.
Cooper was open.
Yeah, he had about 3 different options there at certain points.
Yeah, Cooper was open early and then kind of open again once he got behind the safety. Now, it would have required a very long throw.
Well, but Doty was on a little post to the middle of that soft coverage right there, that zone coverage, and he was open in the middle for a minute. But at that point, I think Ty was scrambling to the left a little bit. Didn't see him.
Well, right there on that play, the one thing I noticed about Ty is that he had a little bit happy feet. He wasn't setting his feet at all. So puts a man in motion. That's going to be Cooper. Going to bring him from the left to the right. So Marsh going to hand it off to Williams. Williams trying to find a hole. Met at the line of scrimmage. Picks up 3 yards on that play, so it's going to bring 3rd down and long for the Jets.
That was a dangerous exchange right there. You had that high handoff hit DJ right in the chest and almost kind of popped up and out. He had to reposition the ball before he could get going.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and about 16.
We got a lineman, old Headley, right there. I don't know if he got a finger dislocated or what, but he is holding that hand pretty bad.
Yeah, he is.
A lot of stuff happens down there in the trenches.
So 2 splits to the far side. Marsh looking to throw. Plenty of time. Again, throws it over the middle. That one's caught by Little. Little's going to be short of the first down.
Short. But good job of going up and getting that football.
So that's a 15-yard reception. Makes it 4th and 1.
Yeah, throw was just a tad high right there, and he did a good job. So it's 4th down.
4th and 1.
I say try to draw him again.
Yeah, but Headley just came off. Or it looked like we got some confusion on the sideline.
There's some major confusion. Big Nate was running out there.
There he was.
Punt team.
We're going to end up having to call a timeout here as we're at play clock's at 10 seconds. It's about a half a second behind the game clock.
Call timeout.
We're about to burn a timeout.
Going to have to.
And not sure if there was either indecision on whether we were going or punting. It looked like the coaches were prepared to go for it, and part of the offense came off the field.
So the clock's showing the end of the third quarter. But there was about almost a second difference between the game and the play clock. And the play clock ran down, and Coach McGee had to call a timeout. So we're going to have basically an untimed play to finish the third quarter as the officials are discussing it right now on the field. So, anyway, with that, I don't know. So you could listen to we've already done the in-flight movie quote, and fortunately,
multiple times. And if you want to win a $10 credit to Honest Coffee Roasters, we've had some people respond, but unfortunately for them, they have won in the past. So
I don't even think he got it right.
Did he not?
Oh, he got it right. Oh, he did get it right.
So trying to see what the official's saying.
No repeat winners for 30 days.
No repeat winners. But again,
there is a disclaimer.
I'll give you a hint. It was a scarecrow. That's all I'm going to say.
And you also told us this field looked mighty emerald earlier.
It did look emerald. It's like there was a...
yellow brick road around here, though.
No, we ain't got that.
And it was homecoming tonight.
It was. No place like home. No place like home. So, in-flight movie quote. Text us. 256-434-1PAS. That's 256-434-1727. If you know the answer to the in-flight movie quote, brought to you by Honest Coffee Roasters, we'll give you a $10 credit. Let you go get one of those tall frappuccinos or cappuccinos or
just drink
lattes
coffee,
or just
guys.
drink straight Americano.
Just drink coffee.
And you could be the winner.
I got somebody that texts me. Does that count?
Nope. I was about to say, I wonder if Kirk's giving out the wrong phone number.
I say it counts if it goes
Lee
to you.
Jeffries, please send it to the other.
He's not eligible.
What? He's not eligible either?
I don't think he's eligible.
Did he win it? Oh, he
texts me. What's the number again? Give it to him.
256-434-1727. 434-1727.
Come on, Lee.
It could be that a lot of our listeners are in various states.
We got, 7 did we count?
Seven states.
Seven states
True. Listening live tonight.
Text it in. We'll donate it to somebody. I'll go get a coffee for
you. This guy loves coffee. Okay,
I could have got one coming in tonight. It's right down the road from the
He had a tall styrofoam cup full of coffee.
I don't go anywhere without coffee.
Man, it was hot.
You better believe it.
It was hot.
Yes, sir.
All right, coming out of that timeout, 3 seconds on the clock to end the third quarter. Tried to get him to jump that time. They were disciplined. And Marsh, under center, whistle's going to blow it dead as we're going to have a penalty flag. And Doty is clapping, but we'll see.
But we got players from both sides that think the penalty is against the other team. Encroachment.
So it is against us. So encroachment against us.
They're all pointing the other direction. Huntsville is. I'm sorry to explain to them it's the other way.
So So with that penalty, it's going to be 4th and about 6.
Wait.
So now,
okay,
how's there encroachment?
By
on the
definition, you cannot have encroachment against the offense.
That's what I thought. I didn't know that you could do that.
He definitely used the wrong terminology there.
And you can't say illegal formation because the play didn't run.
That's correct. We didn't line up in an illegal formation.
So Ortiz drops back to punt. This will be the final play of the third quarter. There's the snap. Low punt.
Here it is again.
It's going to take a James Clemens roll down to about the Huntsville 27-yard line. So at the end of 3, James Clemens with a 3-point lead, 31-28 your score. We come back, it'll be Huntsville's ball, 1st and 10 from their own 31. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus.
Since 2014, Honest Coffee Roasters has believed that coffee should be both delicious and of the highest quality. Full-service craft coffee shops, locally owned in Madison and Huntsville, they source their coffee directly from farmers around the world, so they know the quality in each cup. And not only coffee, breakfast, lunch, acai bowls, and seasonal treats, too. Order online at honesthsv.coffee. Honest Coffee Roasters, located at 92 Shorter Street in Madison and 114 Clinton Avenue East, number 106 in Huntsville. Honest Coffee Roasters. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with a Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus. Getting ready for fourth quarter action. James Clemens 31, Huntsville 28. Huntsville's going to have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Want to congratulate Holly C. Berry.
Holly.
She is our in-flight movie quote winner. She receives a $10 credit to Honest Coffee Roasters in Madison. Listen, Holly, all you got to do is go over to Honest Coffee. They'll have your name, and they'll give you a $10 credit. She guessed correctly. Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
That was like pulling teeth,
like
guys.
I wonder what gave it away.
Short of telling the answer.
Nice job, Holly.
Good job, guys. Each and every week we'll have an in-flight movie quote brought to you by Honest Coffee Roasters in Madison. If you call us in or text in the number with the correct quote from the movie that we say, which we do a lot.
And
you get that $10 credit.
We just appreciate her listening.
Absolutely. Each and everybody. That's if you're an English teacher, you might be losing your mind right now.
I know Holly. She's not an English teacher.
That's okay. My wife
flew helicopters.
Yeah, my wife is an English degree, and she would lose her mind.
She's a bad woman. She flew helicopters.
Hey, respect. Now, 1st and 10. It's time for the James Clemens dogfighting D to hold Huntsville here in the fourth quarter. So McClung comes out to start the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. Got a running back to his left. 2 splits to the near side, 1 to the far. He's dropping back to pass. He's just going to get rid of it because he had men all in his face.
So, okay, intentional grounding?
Well, he had the receiver over here a little deep, but he did throw it just to get away from it because
I guess that's a judgment call because you had 2 receivers kind of that way, but they were both 10, 15 yards from the ball when it landed.
Well, he had was a roughing in his face.
And both receivers were running away from where the ball got thrown.
Yeah. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass.
Run away, run away.
So here we go. It's time for the D. Man, I tell you, homecoming, it's jacked here. It's a lot of fun. So empty backfield with McClung. He's got receivers all over the place looking to throw. Getting some pressure now. He's got to run. Takes off. He's caught from behind. But he picks up about 7 yards on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 3.
How many times you see defensive ends catching quarterbacks from behind?
Dude, he
not just catch him, but
run him
close
down.
The gap in a hurry.
And McClung's he's not a little quarterback.
No.
But the problem is Jalen Brown is not a little man, and he's fast.
He's also not your typical high school defensive end.
Yeah.
So they got McClung listed at 6'3", 180. So he's going to hand the ball off to the running back. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe falls forward for 1 yard.
Didn't get it.
So it'll be 4th and 2 from their own 36-yard line, Huntsville. So we'll see what they decide to do here.
Yeah, I think it's too early to do anything tricky. I mean, you can't give up this field position right here.
Not with 11 minutes left to play, and you're down by 3. I think you got to play for field position here.
Absolutely.
So Doty's going to go back to receive the punt, standing at about his 32-yard line.
And here's where it could be fun. I mean, Ty's had some chances, earlier on punt returns, and he's looking to make a play.
That's a bad punt. That's a shank. That's shank-eponymous, and it's actually going to die right there at the 42-yard line. So James Clemens with good field position for this position.
I was laughing at Shankopotamus, but also how many times you see a football bounce straight up and down 3 times and not go left or right?
That's impressive. We saw the ball do some funny things tonight.
So, yeah, especially the fumbles.
It just sat there on the 42-yard line and bounced 3 times.
I'm still impressed with that post-pattern punt.
Post-pattern punt?
Yeah, the one earlier. Ortiz kicked, and it was a line drive.
Ortiz punted it like a post-pattern pass.
Well, the last one kind of looked like it again.
So Berry comes in at running back for James Clemens. Marsh is going to go under center with a split to either side. Now Doty goes in motion. Going to fake the jet sweep, hand it off to Berry.
Nice
Berry's got a hole. He's going to cross the 50. He's gone. 30.
Wow. You're not
20.
That guy.
10. Touchdown, James Clemens.
I said at the snap, nice play set up. They did a great job of giving some misdirection look, which we haven't done a lot of, but given enough misdirection that you had one linebacker move out of position just enough to set that block up, and then he just takes that thing to the house.
Oh, he did.
Well, that's the first time we've seen him in the open field. He's got a little burst.
Oh, he did.
It was some speed right there.
He did. Well, he saw that end zone open up, man. He was going.
I wonder who's going to get on this push-up board. I would be voting to get on the push-up board early.
I'm
After
going.
a field goal.
I'm the first guy every night.
So Ortiz's extra point is good. That takes your score. James Clemens 38, Huntsville 28. Back to a 10-point lead with 10:26 left to play in this game. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus.
When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football on PAS Plus as Barry runs it in from 58 yards out to increase the lead back to 10. 38-28 your score. James Clemens on top of Huntsville.
It's funny to watch Coach McGuire, offensive line coach, and even Coach Truitt, the offensive coordinator. They are going nuts with the offensive linemen down there after that last play. They are firing those suckers up.
So the kickoff is returned, caught at the 5, brought all the way out to about the 19 before he's pushed back. I tell you, he was pushed back 5 yards. They're going to give him his forward progress. They're going to say 20-yard line, so 1st and 10, Huntsville from their own 20.
What was that, 16? Oh, London Townsend, yeah. London put it on him right there on the tackle.
And I like seeing our guys sprint downfield on kick coverage, and just lighting guys up. Remember us sticking that guy down here in the end zone last week, knocking him about 3 yards backwards?
Yes. And that's how you make pro teams, too.
You better believe it.
Special teams, man.
You also make believers out of the other team.
Yes, you do. I think BB for the Buffalo Bills made a career out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, ball! Fumble on the play. Number 22, Jones.
I think there's 2 or 3 blue ones on it, isn't there? Nope, they got it back.
Big Poe almost got in there.
I saw his big body going after it.
Big Poe almost got in on it.
So number 72 for the Panthers, able to fall on the fumble, but
and I'm not sure who hit the running back, but they popped him good, and that ball came out kind of like what we saw earlier with Ty Doty.
Big Poe's fast twitch muscles just ain't quick enough,
So a loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 11 for Huntsville from their own 19. So McClung dropping back to pass, looking to throw it deep. He's got his man right here. Got great coverage, and he's going to be caught and shoved out of bounds finally.
I'm going to be honest. Can there be a ball thrown any better than that?
That was perfect.
No, because Mason feels so bad right now. He's down on himself, but he had great position. I mean, he's outmatched by at least 6 inches, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, he had great position. He played it well. He waited and played the ball as it come in.
There was no space between him and the receiver.
Nothing. No, that ball dropped in exactly where it had to be, and the receiver did a great job of just corralling it.
Credit to number 21 for Panthers. They're going to hand the ball off up the middle for a yard.
Man, that's tough. We got 4 guys just waiting on him at the line of scrimmage.
And Hayes Harrison right there again. He's had a good night.
Yeah.
He's your throwback, like your Zach Thomas.
You're exactly right.
Zach Thomas.
And you were talking about him earlier, and I was going to say, if you just look down there at him, we talked about the cowboy collar, and we kind of picked him. He looks like that
Zach
mid to late 90s linebacker from Penn State, Ohio State,
Desert
Michigan.
Swarm. Remember the Arizona Desert Swarm with Ted played for the Patriots.
Sounds like
Bruschi.
Ted Bruschi.
Is that right?
Teddy Bruschi.
Yep. As McClung's going to try to run it himself, and is going to be brought down by Nate Jennings from behind. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for Huntsville from the James Clemens 30.
And I mean, I think if we're forcing the quarterback to run, we're winning the defensive battle.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
So it's time now for the James Clemens Jets dog fighting defense right here.
Dog fighting D.
Dog fight D.
So let's see on this 3rd down if we can get us a defensive stop, brought to you by Woodard Decking and Fencing. We need one now. So McClung's got his shotgun, going to do trips to the far side, one split to the near.
Yeah, be careful down here with this man-to-man coverage.
So McClung looking to throw it deep to the receiver,
That's
number 21,
where they're going.
and he overthrows him, and the penalty flag on the play. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It looked like the feet got tripped up there.
I don't even know if the feet got tripped up. I think he just took a dive.
I agree. I think he just laid out for the ball at the end, and maybe incidental feet because he laid out at the end, but that shouldn't be a call. But again, the guy that threw it initially is not in position to see that.
He sees the guy go fall down and just assumes.
Yep, he's exactly right.
So that's a huge penalty for Huntsville as it gives them a first down and puts them within striking distance of the end zone.
But I'll be honest with you, Huntsville's looking for that because
absolutely.
They went trips to the high side and they brought the single receiver here, knowing they're going to get or hoping they're going to get man-to-man coverage, which is what they got, and they're going to take a shot right there, hoping that they get either a wide-open receiver in the middle of the field or they get a pass interference.
So McClung in the pistol, running backs behind him, number 27. 2 splits to the far side. Going to hand it off to number 27. Going to make one cut. Gets about back to the original line of scrimmage. That was a lot of run from not even a yard.
He had the safety blitz on. Mark Woods comes in and disrupts him, makes him go left, and runs him right into Bambi there with
Jalen forced him back in to Mark Woods, who's coming on the blitz, and then you end up with the linebacker making the tackle for no gain, really, essentially.
So 2nd and long from the 15. They need to get to the 5 for a first down. That's how you add, guys.
You're better than me at it.
Minus 10 or add 10 or whatever you want to call it.
I just look at the markers.
That's what I do. All right. two wide outs to the far side. McClung looking to throw it left. Tipped at the line of scrimmage and then Brody Stinson comes out and knocks it out of the receiver's hand. That was a deflection at the line of scrimmage. Looked like I couldn't tell who got their hands up. But then Brody Stinson.
Jalen was on that side. I mean, Jalen's on that side. I would guess Jalen because he's got that huge wingspan. He gets that big old paw up there.
But Brody jumped that route.
Because it was falling right into the receiver's hands.
Yeah.
So great heads-up play there by Brody Stinson to bring up this 3rd and long for Huntsville. 2 splits, or a split to either side. Running back to the right of McClung.
They're coming after him.
Yep. Throws it over the middle. Pass is incomplete as Mark Woods comes in there and knocks the ball out of the receiver's hands, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, and DJ Davis really the guy who collisioned the receiver right at the point of impact with the ball.
And he's kind of feeling that as he gets up a little, limping just a little bit, the receiver for Huntsville.
Garner Farrell right there.
So now we're going to get an opportunity to see the place kicker.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Huntsville threw the ball in that situation. I thought for sure they would try and run that ball, knowing that they got to have a field goal.
Oh, that looked weird.
That did look weird. It's going to bounce off the upright, and the kick is no good.
What a big break.
32-yard field goal attempt, hits the upright and falls in front of the goal.
Big like break. We talked about, he's got plenty of leg. That thing hit 3/4 of the way up the field goal post.
And the field goal post is still rocking. I mean, he boomed it.
So defense for Huntsville comes out as the officials are talking it on the field.
Ball should be at the 20, right? In high school?
Yes.
That's a huge break, guys. I mean, Huntsville set that up knowing that they got to have a field goal to tie the game, right? Yep. You got to have a field goal at some point. It's a 10-point game.
Yeah. I just want to point out the ball boys. Those little guys get out there. They get it. They're hustling.
Get after it.
They're going to be future Jets.
When you got Coach McGee's son in charge of them over there.
Hand off to Barry. Barry's spin move right there. You know what? Slicing and dicing right through there. They're trying to yank that ball out. He's still on his feet.
Oh, my God.
What a run. Picks up the first down.
Run, Tim Barry.
13-yard pickup right there. First down, James Clemens.
Well, and the thing is, not only is he running hard and spinning and keeping the legs moving, look like Eric Dickerson with the high knees. Huntsville has gotten to the point where they're going for the ball, trying to get those strips because they've had a few turnovers tonight, and they're forgetting to tackle him.
Well, he was met, 2 yards? He had a 2-yard gain. He pushes and spins out of that one, and then he's gang tackled and somehow gets out of that and spins out of another tackle and ends up with a 17-yard gain.
So great yards after contact there by Barry. Barry behind Marsh in the shotgun. They're going to hand it off to Barry again. He's going to spin move past the first guy, cuts back, picks up maybe 2 yards on that play.
That's a lot for no gain or 1
or
2 yards.
He ran
give him 1
for a 1-yard gain.
Spin move was pretty impressive.
It was impressive.
Man, what a night for that kid.
Yeah. Really happy for
That's
Cam.
the first. I mean, this is it. Last week Ty Marsh stepped up, had his best game from a passing perspective,
and we had almost no running game.
Yeah, no running game. Now Barry comes in, Williams comes in, both of them putting up some major yards tonight for the Jet offense. So everybody's in a little bit tight. Doty split out to the far side though. Marsh looking, he's pointing over there. They see the blitz, so he's going to do an audible right there. Barry behind him. Going to hand it off to Barry again. Outrun the first defender. Puts his shoulder down and knocks number 1 off of him. Picks up a hard 5 yards. So it's going to bring you 3rd and manageable for the Jet offense.
Yeah, number 1 for Huntsville. I mean, he's played a really good game. You know, Mr. White's played a good game for him. That time, he's in position waiting to make the tackle, and Cam just let him know it wasn't going to be an easy tackle.
Yeah, it wasn't going out of bounds.
No.
Not without hitting you first.
No, make you earn this one.
So, timeout on the field with 5:44 left to play in this ball game. James Clemens up by 10, 38-28 is your score. Now, you can listen for the James Clemens Coaches Show every Wednesday at 11:05 on 1080 AM WKAC. We'll talk to Coach Chad McGee and get the inside scoop on the Jets. Now, if you missed that, you can always go to the WKAC sports page, WKAC1080.com, and click on the James Clemens link to find the archives. The North Alabama Gas District scoreboard, we'll take a look at that. Muscle Shoals 59, Athens 28 in the fourth quarter. Wow. Lauderdale County 65, Elkmont 12. That's going to be Elkmont's first loss of the season. Brewer 28, East Limestone nothing. Lawrence County 56, Ardmore 27. That's a final there. Brooks 32, West Limestone 17 in the fourth quarter. And Mars Hill 61, Clements 3 in the fourth. That's your North Alabama Gas District scoreboard. Serving Madison, Muscle Shoals, and Town Creek. Call 811 before you dig.
No Grissom update?
No Grissom update.
Oh, jet sweep to Doty.
Doty, round to the far side, got a holding penalty right here. So Doty with a good run there on that jet sweep, but it's going to come back on that holding call. So that's going to move us back on 3rd down with 5:36 left to play in this ball game.
You know, I know we didn't broadcast the first game of the season against Gardendale. I went down and watched the game and was on the sidelines. I said then it was probably a really good thing for us to go into a true dogfight in Gardendale. We got up big, and then Gardendale just dominated the third quarter and comes back and makes it a very tight game. And then it was a fight. You know, Gardendale ends up going ahead late, and then we had to score late and then get a turnover to seal the win. And I said then it's probably a good thing for this team to learn how to be in that dogfight and learn how to keep playing till the end. I feel like we may be in a lot of those this season.
Right here after that penalty, that takes us back. Be 3rd and 15 from our own 31. Mark's going to sling it out to Doty. Doty's going to make the first man miss. He's got himself a crease around the sidelines. Is out of bounds, short of the first down. They're going to say it's right at the first down marker. We'll see.
Time marches pass complete to number 11, Ty Doty.
So we're waiting for the spot.
It's really close.
And now we got another penalty flag.
Oh, do we really? Holding
again on the offense. So that's 2 first downs by Doty, 2 penalties. So 5:26 on the clock, and we really need that clock to run quickly. So right now your score,
I thought you said
that's Clay said that. So maybe it was 28-0 Bob Jones. I'm just going by what Clay said.
Showing a 28-10 final, Bob Jones over Grissom, but
I don't know. I thought it was 28-0 earlier.
Are you on Score Stream?
I am on Score Stream.
So maybe I heard it wrong. I've been known to. My wife tells me I'm selective here.
Wow.
Florence 20-7 right now.
We're in 3rd in a different area code.
So the handoff to Barry. Barry's going to be brought down. No, he's still on his feet. Now he's still trying to swing. Finally, the rest of the Panther defense comes in and brings him down.
It took a crew, didn't it?
Yeah, that was a loss of about 2 yards on the play. So, but right now, 4:59 and counting. So the clock is on our side. We've got a 10-point lead, so 2 scores to keep Huntsville out of the end zone. And now Ortiz comes out to punt.
Well, that makes that missed field goal even bigger
huge
right now.
Absolutely. So, Ortiz, if you're going to punt one, make it a good one. This is the best time for you right here, bud. Here's the snap.
Whistle. Delay a game.
Delay a game, going to move us back even further. So,
how does that happen?
I don't know. So now,
really, that's kind of on the upback, right? The upback's giving the wave to say everything's good, and he's got to watch that clock like a quarterback.
Yeah, but we got to get everybody set. We got to get everybody on cue.
So Ortiz is going to stand at his 3. So everybody's ready now. Huntsville's got a man standing at the 44-yard line, and it's blocked. It's blocked.
Now go get the football.
Just touch it. Just touch it. So the ball's going to be down at the 26-yard line of James Clemens. So Huntsville, 1st and 10 from the James Clemens 26.
The wrong 26.
Yeah, the wrong 26 for sure. All right, with this guy's leg, we feel like they're already in field goal position, right?
Yeah.
Of course, now accuracy still questionable,
but there's plenty of leg.
Plenty of leg. He's got the distance.
So McClung, empty backfield. He's got trips to the far side. He's going to have 2 receivers close to us on the near side. 1st and 10 from the James Clemens 27 is where they spot the ball. McClung dropping back to pass, got pressure, throws it over to the outside. Pass intended for number 12 falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, they were definitely confused on what they were doing offensively there. They came out first with 5 wide receivers. Then they go to 4 wide receivers and a tight end. You had to run guys off.
So confusion on both ends for both teams at various times tonight.
It's an understatement.
Clock stops at 4:18 on the incomplete pass. So now McClung, he's going to have running back to his left, 1 split to the near side, 2 to the far. Yep. So timeout, James Clemens. Didn't like that setup at all. We were definitely not ready.
Yeah, I'm curious what Coach McGee saw right there that he didn't like. I mean, I feel like he obviously knows way more about what Huntsville tendencies are than we do. But, we didn't seem outnumbered right there. It didn't look like anything abnormal they've shown to us. We're not changing personnel, so it's not a personnel issue.
Well,
maybe he knows tendencies. Maybe he feels like it's a good time to do something creative right here.
So when we come out of the timeout, it'll be 2nd and 10, 4:17 on the clock. James Clemens, 38, Huntsville, 28. Lots of big plays tonight offensively.
Oh, yeah.
Defensively, we've given up some of the big pass plays, but we kind of knew that the way they were setting up, especially with McClung in at quarterback, the experience that he has, and he's got a quick release.
Yeah, he does. Well, again, he knows the offense they're running. I mean, he knows his timing, and he goes through his reads, and he goes through them quickly. We've seen him tonight go first progression, second progression, third progression, and come back to the first one.
Yeah. So here we go. 2 splits to the far, 1 to the near. 1 running back there. Throws it across the middle. Caught. Dropped. The big tight end, number 13 for Huntsville, had it in his hands and then just drops it.
Yep. And
that's Alexander Moore.
And he knows. I mean, he knows. It was a good ball. He's in great position.
It's a first down at the 10.
That's a first down. Yeah.
If he gets it.
That's a 6'5", 240-pound tight end.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to get his head around fast and try and get to the end zone on that.
And, again, we don't have huge defensive backs outside of Mark, so you would think him and back to Cartron, we talked about him earlier, getting those tall guys involved would be advantageous for them, but they haven't really done it.
So Cartron's not on the field. So we're going to go 2 splits again to the far side, 1 to the near.
Watch this man-to-man on this side down here.
I see it. McClung's going to keep it himself. He's going to run right into the arms.
I'm not sure what happened there. That can't be their intentional play call unless they're trying to set up the field goal.
Well, earlier they got that huge run on that because the defensive end came down.
You're right.
And Bambi did a great job that time of going ahead and extending and sealing that edge off, and he ran right into those big old long arms.
You're exactly right, and they haven't come back to that since.
No.
Yeah,
that's he got about a 20-yard gain on that while ago.
So field goal attempt, 42 yards is going to be this attempt. Kick is up. It's drifting left, but it looked like it went through, and it did. Yep. So from 42 yards out, their kicker, and he still had another 10 yards to go when that went through the upright. So 3:31 left to play in this ball game as Huntsville's cut the lead down to a touchdown. 38-31's your score. You can check out the PAS Plus mobile app. It's your connection to all of our live streams, along with scores, game archives, and a whole lot more. Go online to PASnetwork.net for the download links, and you can also follow us on the X, formerly known as Twitter. Just follow us at PAS Network on Twitter, Instagram, and X. Look for the PAS Network on Facebook. We'll keep you updated on scores via Score Stream tonight and throughout the week. And I tell you,
around the region, I mean,
we got it all.
Sparkman beat Albertville 58-0. Florence was a winner. Where's that game? So they beat Austin 20-7.
That's a huge Region 8 matchup. We go to Florence next week, don't we?
Florence next week, yeah.
So that'll be a big game to stay at the top of the region.
Yeah, we definitely want to be 2-0 in the region going in there.
So 3:31 left to play in the ball game. 38-31 your score. James Clemens on top.
Touchdown lead.
So Cooper is going to line up at the 25-yard line to field the kickoff, but we know what's coming. Most exciting play in all of sports.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised they're going to it this early. I mean,
they've got, I think, 2 timeouts left.
But let's see what happens right here.
So here's the onside
they're lined
kick.
Up for the onside.
You think they kick it back in this open area to no?
Playing for the big
hop.
hop.
Take a hop.
They got it.
They got it.
I think Huntsville recovered it. They played
sure
that. They played that as well as you can play it. The kicker did a great job of kicking that ball. That's what you want to do. You want to hit that thing on the nose where that thing's going to get the big hop, and they got some of those taller bodies over there.
Well, Alexander Moore was the one that recovered it. He's the big 6'5" tight end we just talked about.
They got some of those big bodies over there to go up and get that thing, almost like taking a basketball off the board, right?
And that was a perfect onside kick because it does exactly what you want it to do with the top spin.
Takes that
big
hop.
And then that nose of the ball just hits it right at the right time and goes over the receiver and then falls into the hands of the Huntsville Panthers. So they'll be 1st and 10.
All right, defense, now you are in a dogfight.
From the James Clemens 43-yard line. So McClung's going to hand it off to the running back, Jones. Jones is going to fight his way through, pushing still forward on his feet, finally brought down after about a 8-yard gain to the 35-yard line. So 2nd and 2 for the Panthers.
And you've given them life. I mean, they're feeling it right now. The sideline is going crazy over there. The fans are going crazy over there. The band's hype. They're feeling it right now. They've got a chance.
Shotgun. McClung, quick pass out to the sidelines. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, number 21. And he had the ball, but he just turned around away from it.
Ashton Caldwell looked like he tried to get up that field in a hurry and forgot about catching the ball.
Yeah.
And we saw that earlier. I mean, trying to make a play right
when
here.
When you talk about giving them life, you think about we came out and punched them in the mouth. That start to them. How are they going to respond? Well, they responded with a quick touchdown. They responded with a couple fumbles.
Yep.
Recoveries. Then the onside kick right there. They've just found ways to get momentum back and take it away from us when we had it.
Yes.
So 3rd and 2 for the Panthers. McClung hands it off to the running back. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and brought down. Back to the original line, or back to the line of scrimmage is where he goes. So 4th and 2.
DJ Davis was coming so hard off the edge right there.
Him and Jalen.
I'm going to tell you, y'all need to go look and see if those shoulder pads are from the 70s. I'm telling you, man. He's broad-shouldered. So this is time for a defensive stop, sponsored by Woodard Decking and Fencing. Let's see if the Jets dogfighting defense can do this. 4th down.
New set
I
for
formation. Handed off to the tailback. He's going to be short of the first down. That is a defensive stop.
They go like a Kings formation that time with 2 lead blockers, and they come up inside, but there's nothing there but blue jerseys.
A Woodard Decking and Fencing defensive stop by the Jets. Dog fighting defense.
Big Poe right on the nose right there. You had both those. I think both our ends squeezed down. Look at Poe's. He must have made the play.
Big Papa Poe stuffed it.
I mean, he is fired up on this sideline over here. I've never seen him act like that.
BPP going crazy.
Big Papa Poe, BPP.
I love it. Handoff. Barry tries to bounce it to the outside.
Just hold on to the ball.
And he is going to be stopped for no gain on the play.
Yeah, ball control is everything at this point.
So they've got 2 timeouts?
I think so. So under 2 minutes left to play in the ball game with James Clemens hanging on to a touchdown lead, 38-31 your score. In this Region 8 matchup, both teams trying to go 2-0. And James Clemens so far with this opportunity to get out of here with that one.
Can I voice a pet peeve?
Absolutely.
Can't be that hard to put the timeouts on the scoreboard, right?
Right.
We never have them.
Nope. Barry ducks his head, still on his feet, tries to get away in reverse field, but brought down for a loss with 1:27. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
There they go. They finally take a timeout. Okay.
So
I was curious. I was like, they're not going to get many more chances to burn those things.
I guess if you only got 2, you got to wait till second down and third down.
You can't. But try and force something to happen. You hate to let those things sit, and then you end up, recovering a fumble on second down.
Yeah. So next week, we will take a break from James Clemens football as the Jets will travel to Florence in a Region 8 matchup. But you can listen to Play Action Sports as they'll be at Tanner for a match.
Rattlers.
The Rattlers, man. The two-time state champs got to go to Tuscaloosa and call that game.
You know who the offensive coordinator was?
Oh, at the time?
Ty Marsh's dad.
Ty Marsh's dad, yeah.
Yeah, Coach Austin Marsh.
Who is on staff here.
Now he's on staff here.
And I believe his son's quarterbacking.
He is. He also hits right in the middle of my lineup.
Yes, he
and
does.
His daddy coaches for me, too. We're glad they're Jets and not Rattlers.
That's right.
So you can check us out next week on Play Action Sports for the Tanner Rattlers home game next week. Ty Marsh under center puts Doty in motion. Jet sweep to Doty. Doty trying to bounce to the outside. Gets past one tackler. Still on his feet. Past the 40. Gets the first down. The 50 still on his feet.
Stiff arm.
It's on a run. He's gone. Touchdown.
He's going to walk
Clemens.
in another one.
What a dagger in the heart of the Huntsville Panthers.
That's got to hurt. And you see it, too, in some of the players. I mean, they know that's it.
You got third and 14?
Yep.
They've used that one timeout, and they run that jet sweep, and they've got him tackled. He breaks the one tackle. Got a chance to stop him again, and he stiff arms the guy, and then he's gone.
And we've talked about the emergence of these young players getting a lot of time last year, right?
Yeah.
Ty knows in that situation, as soon as they see jet motion, they're going to string that thing out wide, and what does he do? He cuts it up early.
Yeah.
And we talked about all night his ability to make that first guy miss. He does. Makes another guy miss. Spins out of one. And then next man speed, he beats the next man that got a chance to make a tackle.
68-yard touchdown run on the jet sweep by Ty Doty. Takes your score to James Clemens 44, Huntsville 31 after the extra point is good by Ortiz. And the light show is happening, fellas. You got to love the lights at Madison City School Stadium.
Well, that's always good news for the Jets. When the lights are twinkling, Clark.
Little lights aren't twinkling, Clark.
That's good for us.
That's not the movie quote.
No, it's not.
We've already done that tonight.
Yep.
It is a movie quote.
It is.
Maybe for down the road.
You serious, Clark?
So a huge
Thanks for noticing.
nail in the coffin touchdown run there by Ty Doty. And from 68 yards?
We hadn't officially put it away, but the fans seem to think so.
Especially on that other side. Well, ours too.
So 45-31 your score with 1:06 left to play in the ball game. I
don't think there's a gift card for being first out of the
no,
parking lot.
We don't give gift cards for getting out of the parking lot first.
Or for player of the game.
Nope. Not anymore. Here we go. Into the end zone.
Thanks a lot, Tuscaloosa.
Into the end zone is the kickoff. And so it'll be 1st and 10, Huntsville from their own 20. Stick around for the post-game show.
I know that's where we have some of our most fun.
Yeah.
I got a gift card.
Stick around for the post-game show. And we'll announce our Mellow Mushroom Player of the Night. We'll also talk about our Lawlers Fan of the Week. At PA, you can always enter your name for PASnetwork.net's Fan of the Week. We'll announce that winner during the post-game show, and the winner gets a gift card from Lawler's Barbecue. So we go into what we like to call the prevent defense, where three-man front, and then just everybody else standing in the secondary.
Let's not give up a cheap one here. I feel a sack coming on, to be honest with you.
That'd be funny. Nate Jennings tries to make a cut move.
Oh, nice play.
Pass complete for about a 5-yard gain to number 3.
Pass complete to number 3, Garner Farrell.
But defenders there to make that stop. 39. Ruffin on the tackle. Empty backfield. McClung, clock's running. Over the middle to the tight end, and he didn't want that one.
He alligator arm.
Yeah, he T-Rexed that arm.
He most definitely did. I mean, he's about to get sandwiched
he would have
by an inside linebacker and an outside linebacker.
Our guys were nice and kind of held up
right
there.
They really did. They just kind of thudded him up.
London Townsend.
I was just going to say Townsend and
Hayes Harrison.
Harrison was right there to
that would have hurt.
Make that a punishment. So 44 seconds and counting. McClung throws it to the sidelines to number 21. He makes one man miss, gets to the 49-yard line.
Brody
first down.
Came in for the kill shot there and missed.
Looks like the receiver twisted his ankle there. He's going to try to get up and get back into the huddle. Shakes that one off.
I think he was the same one earlier that was limping a little bit, wasn't he? Caldwell.
He's been their go-to receiver tonight. Empty backfield, 31 seconds left. Swing pass out to number 3. Number 3 is going to be wrapped up and brought down by Townsend.
Got ran down quick, too.
I'm going to tell you what, London Townsend, he's I think, a move-in to James Clemens, and he's a kid with some really big-time athletic ability, just physically talented.
So 6'2", 205 junior. So we'll see him next year. He'll have some playing opportunities next year for the Jets. This year's not over. Swing pass out to 17. He's going to make the catch. Tries to make one man miss, but Ruffin just says, I've got you. And that's going to do it. Final play of the game. Your score, James Clemens 45, Huntsville 31. It's a homecoming victory, but most importantly, a Region 8 victory, 2-0 in region play.
It's huge. I mean, first of all, with the confidence that Huntsville had coming into this game, right? And we talked about the things that we were trying to prevent, the homecoming distractions, the letdown, and, of course, wanting to stay on the top end of the region standings. We had a lot of adversity and kind of challenges to overcome where they didn't, right? They came in with a confidence, and they came in with a want to. But, hey, we did what we had to do to get a W.
On to Florence.
On to Florence. So we'll take a break here at Madison City School Stadium. When we come back, we'll have our Lawlers Fan of the Week winner. We'll tell you who our Mellow Mushroom player of the game is. We'll give you some stats, and we'll wrap it up. You're listening to James Clemens Football on PAS+.
Bankston Motorhomes, with locations in Alabama and Tennessee, carries an extensive inventory of motorhomes, including Class A diesel, Class A, Class B, and Class C motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and tent campers from manufacturers like Tiffin Motorhomes, Fleetwood, Forest River, and many more. Bankston Motorhomes also has an experienced service department to help you with any service work or parts or accessories you need. Bankston Motorhomes, Huntsville, Florence, Albertville, Ardmore, and Nashville, helping families like yours build memories for over 40 years. Call 1-800-624-2899 or visit them online at bankstonmotorhomes.com.
When Keith and Amy Richards went on a Greek vacation in 1997, their goal was to create savory foods from simple ingredients. Thus, Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe was born with their healthy spin on traditional Greek food in the form of salads, gyros, sandwiches, and soups. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe, located at 105 Brookridge Drive, Suite A, just off Highway 72 in Madison. Open Monday through Sunday, 10:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. Call 724-6554 or visit them online at Tzatziki'sCafe.com. Tzatziki's Mediterranean Cafe. Originality is our nationality.
When you're searching for a home or selling your current one, you want guidance from someone you trust. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty has been an active member of the Madison-Huntsville area for many years and has a passion for hard work, integrity, and client service. Fallon is a Madison resident, so she's got her finger on the pulse of the community. Check out her listings online at Fallon Sloan, that's FALLONSLONE.choosecapstone.com, or call her at 256-755-0269. Fallon Sloan at Capstone Realty. North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. Mellow, a state of mind, a culture, a way of being, and the philosophy behind Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. Since 1974, their mission has been to provide delicious food in a fun and creative environment. The originators of hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza, Mellow Mushroom makes their pies with high-quality, fresh ingredients to elevate the dining experience. So mellow out at Mellow Mushroom, a higher order of pizza in Huntsville at 470 Providence, Maine, and 2230 Cecil Ashburn in Jones Valley. Ever thought you'd like to have a nice privacy fence or deck, but thought it would be just too expensive? Think again. Woodard Decking and Fencing will have you throwing that backyard party before you know it. They offer top-quality wood, wrought iron, aluminum, chain link, and vinyl fencing, along with decks of any style at affordable prices. They'll treat your yard as if it were their own. Commercial services are available too. Woodard Decking and Fencing. Look them up on Facebook and see what they can do for you. You can also give Daryl a call at 256-652-9234. Woodard Decking and Fencing. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's tailgate talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Welcome back to James Clemens Football right here on PAS Plus. 45-31 your score. James Clemens on top of the Huntsville Panthers in this Region 8 matchup. Takes our record to 3-1 on the season, 2-0 in Region 8 play. And, coaches, this is another high-scoring event here at Madison City School Stadium for the Jets.
Well, I just want to point out, the Doctor of Fun, Lee Jeffries, has hosted 2 pep rallies the last 2 weeks. And we've 2-0, 2 region wins, and 40-plus points a game. I think we should be plugging pep rallies every week like it's old school when we were growing up.
I vote pep rally every week.
Do y'all have a Spirit stick?
Well, we have a Spirit airplane.
It's a big blown-up jet.
I love
that
it.
they pass around. And because we don't do them every week, kids kind of know what they do, don't know what to do, I think. But maybe with some consistency, we could get a little tradition back. Maybe Dr. Donaldson, hope he's listening down there. We can get it going. But, man, what fun it's been so far. I was afraid they were going to kick me and Bradley out of the booth after the way things started last year.
Yeah.
And so now we sit here 2-0, top of the region, 3-1 overall, and really playing some solid football right now. And that offense is so dangerous with the weapons we have, and Ty distributing it, and now Canberry tonight.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, come on, Canberry. So offense really put on a show the last couple of weeks.
That's huge. Echo, ditto everything Coach Johnson just said.
Well, now defensively, we give up 31 points, though, and we kind of, we joked a little bit about the defense and giving them a name, the Jets dogfighting defense, but, hopefully that'll stick. But at the end of the day, though, defensively, when you're giving up 31 points, that's not something you really want to hang your hat on because, obviously scoring 45 makes the difference, but we still have some adjustments to make defensively, especially in the secondary.
Well, the evolution of high school football and football in general is more of an offensive game. You just don't. It's very rare that you see defenses holding any offense at any level to low scoring affairs anymore. That's really tough to do, especially knowing the situation that Huntsville came into tonight, where they can't just line up and run the football. They were going to have to throw the ball around a little bit, and they broke some long patterns on us, and some of those were our guys playing the ball, and they get behind us in situations like that. In all honesty, could we have probably prevented 2 of those touchdowns? Maybe.
Well,
right?
you had the 4th down play that everybody's stacked up, and they get. It's the story of a big play, right?
Yep.
We've given up points, but it's usually a big play. It's not letting them grind out drives.
No.
They're not going to be able to do that.
There's not going to be many teams that can just line up on us and consistently drive the field. We're just built in a way, and we play defense in a way that we are going to give up some big plays from time to time, but we're also going to make some big plays from time to time. We're going to call out more defensive stops than we are going to call out touchdowns against us.
And offensively, Ty Marsh had another really good game. Just came out of after halftime and flicked one out there to Doty, and he took it to the house for 80 yards.
Well, and that was fun. That tip of the cap goes to the coaching staff for knowing that play was set up coming out of half, going to something that was a weird look, and they didn't have time to discuss it. It was like quick kickoff into the end zone. We line up in a crazy formation. Next thing you know, the ball's out there, one-man miss, and he's gone to the house. But again, you go back to him, you go back to Cooper, you even go to Canberry tonight. You were 1 miss or 2 away from them breaking it, and they've done such a good job after contact of finding a way to make those guys miss, and then with their quickness and speed, they're off to the races.
Now, you can enter your name for the Lawlers Fan of the Week at PASnetwork.net. We'll announce the winner here in just a moment. And that person that wins, we announce it at every post-game show of James Clemens' game. That person wins a gift card from Lawlers Barbecue. And tonight, our winner of our Lawlers gift card, Lawlers Fan of the Week, is Chris Fuller. Chris Fuller, congratulations. You are our Lawlers Fan of the Week. Just go online to PASnetwork.net, enter your name to win. Hey, Chris, you got 2 weeks to drop by WKAC Radio and pick up your free gift card from Lawler's Barbecue. Go enjoy a loaded
potato.
Man, go enjoy one on us.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Chris.
Now, offensively, we're kind of gotten into a pattern with our players of the game. And we've seen, there's some defensive players we could do, but offensively, we just continue to shine each and every week, and a new player steps up. Obviously, you've got your Doties and your Coopers, and they continue to do what they do. They're the playmakers. But tonight, we had one particular running back that showed up and showed out that he has not done in recent memory. Not that he's not capable, and not that he hasn't done big runs in the past, but tonight, probably his best performance of his career, James Clemens.
For sure. And, we talk for the game. We keep leaning towards offensive guys for this award, and you want to look at the defense, but when you're throwing up 40-something points a game, it's hard not to go offense. And, Cam Berry tonight, what was his numbers? 12
Yeah, he had 12 rushes for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also had 1 reception for 31-yard touchdown in the first half.
And I talked in pregame, we were only averaging 97 yards on the ground per game. Mm-hmm. And he puts up over 100, 128, and then you add in what DJ did on top of that with a couple big runs. So, and we talked about trying to establish that run tonight, and Cam came to play. DJ played well as well, the offensive line, all those things, but Cam was the standout from a guy that was listed as the second-string running back going into the season. And tonight, man, it's kind of 1A and 1B. And he ran so hard.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, at one point I talked about Eric Dickerson. If old people like me remember Eric Dickerson with those high knees, or Roger, was it Craig with the
Roger Craig for the 49ers?
With the 49ers, those high knees that never stopped, and you didn't know where to grab him. That's what he looked like tonight, and what a performance for him to really get us going.
Well, Cam Berry is our Mellow Mushroom Player of the Game. Congratulations to him. And also to all of our winners tonight. Chris Fuller, our Lawler's Fan of the Week, and also our in-flight winner, Holly Berry. Caitlin Oliver, you are our Timeout with Taziki's winner. So all of these winners, and we thank our sponsors each and every week for helping us sponsor these things. And it makes it exciting for the players and the fans that are listening. It also makes it exciting for us guys.
Yeah, it makes me hungry.
It makes me hungry.
Everybody's a winner tonight.
So next week, we're on the road to Florence in a Region 8 matchup. Coaches, what do we got to do next week to get prepared for those Falcons?
Yeah. Same thing we've been doing.
You can't. We're having success doing what we're doing. We'll just clean up a few things.
And I think that's a big key, like what you just said. Let's go be us, Don't try to do anything differently. Let's just keep working on us every week and try to get better at what we do. What we do is establish the run game. And with an established run game, then you're still looking for 3 big plays out of those guys, right? So our offense is a steady run game and then 3 big plays from a Doty or from a Cooper or from somebody like that. And then defensively, like we talked about, just keep making those guys line up, limit the big plays and just keep making them snap the ball again.
And the one thing you know about Florence going over there is they're going to be big and athletic.
Yes. They're going to be athletic.
They've always got big, athletic kids consistently year in and year out.
Yeah.
How disciplined are they going to play? Because a lot of times they'll get themselves in trouble with being a little undisciplined. Can we be more disciplined than they are? That's the bottom line.
And we have been so far this year.
Absolutely.
We've shown a lot of discipline, and we've been able to keep ourselves contained in the crazy mess that was Gardendale with just dog fighting right out of the gate. The Oak Mountain game, which was a struggle.
Yeah.
Mountain Brook. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I got you.
Mountain Brook. Just duking it out with Mountain Brook, and then of course with the other school and how out of hand emotions can get there. And then tonight we saw an opponent tonight that was obviously we got under their skin at times.
A little bit.
And our guys did a great job of staying disciplined, walking away. We didn't draw any unsportsmanlike penalties or anything like that. So we're doing a good job with that. We just got to go play.
Absolutely. Coach Johnson?
Go fight, win.
Go fight, win.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, I hate we're not going to be there for it.
I do too, man. I hate that. But we'll be back in 2 weeks right here at Madison City School Stadium. We're going to go out of region and out of class. If you can kind of
for a very good
team.
Very good
Muscle Shoals Trojans are going to come over here to Madison City School Stadium. I think they won tonight against Athens, the final score there. Just to kind of prep us on that one, I'm looking to see if I can get that 66-28 was your final. So that's an offensive team and a defensive team all wrapped up. And coaches over there in Muscle Shoals are going to have them ready here in 2 weeks. But we still got one more week to go before we get there, and we play Florence next week. Coaches, any last thoughts?
I'm really proud of our guys tonight because Coach Johnson talked about it several times. The way Huntsville kept responding in a positive way, our guys could have went the other way. They didn't. I mean, they kept fighting back. They kept doing what they needed to do to get the win.
Well, kudos to the coaching staff because we talked about it. It's a tough week. You're following the Bob Jones win. You got homecoming and all the distractions and the mental letdown that could happen. And there was points in this game it looked like there was some, and they kept rallying the troops and finding a way to grind and came away with a big victory to stay 2-0 in the region.
So a big homecoming win tonight here at Madison City School Stadium for James Clemens Jets. They're victorious over the visiting Huntsville Panthers. Your final score, 45-31. And it's been a great one tonight, and we'll be back in 2 weeks for the game against Muscle Shoals right here on at Madison City School Stadium. For Coach Brad Kimbrough, Coach Johnny Johnson, our producer extraordinaire, Mr. Tim Lambert, I'm Kirk Pierce. Thanks for tuning in. You guys be safe if you're driving on the road. We'll catch you the next time right here on PAS Plus.
You've been listening to James Clemens High School Football. If you'd like to download a copy of tonight's game, log on to pasnetwork.net. James Clemens High School Football is a production of Play Action Sports.